but it was difficult to find parking space for bikes, believe it or not, huh? Kind of a weird thing. Hello. Want to try a social experiment?
No, speak English.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. Hey Draculum, hey Dandelion Gum, hey Martin, nice to see you here. Ali, Emily, and Emmy. Oh my god, a lot of awesome people. Linda also. How's everybody doing? The weather is very, very good here. And it's only gonna get better in the next couple of days. Hey Jake and Mel and Steve. Hey, nice to see you here. Yeah, as I was saying, the weather's only gonna get better. There's just a large influx of people all of a sudden, huh? As you can see.
Can I come talk to you?
Of course, please. Are you okay being live from my YouTube channel?
Of course I can. So
Okay.
tell me, what are you talking to
Can
me
you come a little
about?
bit closer so that you're in view? Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Rhys Jones.
Say that again.
My name is Rhys Jones.
Rhys Jones.
Yes.
Interesting name.
Thank you.
I
It's
hope
Welsh.
to remember it. Rhys Jones. Okay. I'm Chip. Nice hair. I love it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You can
Yeah.
just call me Greenie if you
Greenie.
forget.
Okay. Is that really what people call you? Because that's in the.
Quite a few, to be fair. I get sickly green quite a lot.
Okay. Let me pull out my card and ask you.
This is
So-
where I'm going to be completely embarrassed.
No, I don't think so. If you don't know something, just say it.
Okay.
This is a judgment-free zone. We're not here to judge, okay? So, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No. What if they're physically stronger than the powerless? Should they have the right to oppress the powerless?
Definitely not.
What if they're intellectually stronger? Should they have the right to oppress them?
No.
No, okay. What if the powerless don't realize that they're oppressed?
Definitely not, because then you're taking advantage of vulnerable people.
Exactly. I appreciate that. Should we judge whether somebody deserves or not deserves, but rather should we judge whether somebody should be oppressed or not based on characteristics of their DNA?
No.
Like skin color, like hair color, stuff like that.
Yeah. No,
No.
not at all. Not at all.
No, I appreciate that. Okay. So if the powerful should not be oppressing the powerless regardless of DNA or all of these things, do you think that it's wrong also to oppress animals?
No. Oh, wait. So,
Yeah.
we can't. No, don't oppress animals.
Don't
either.
oppress
You
animals,
shouldn't
yeah.
treat them. You shouldn't treat them cruelly. And nobody. Yeah.
Okay.
No oppressing animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think like
yeah.
in animal agriculture that animals are being oppressed, for example?
Yes.
For food, for clothing,
yes.
for entertainment,
I
all this
can
kind of stuff.
say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like a lot of places aren't ethical in the way they treat animals. Even
Yeah.
if somebody feels like they need to farm.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a correct way to do this, and some places are
Is there a
definitely-
correct way to farm animals?
It depends on your outlook, really.
Is there a correct way-
personally, sorry, I didn't
go
mean to
on,
interrupt
yeah.
you.
I was interrupting you.
So, for example, I was raised in kind of like where we eat bacon, eggs, and stuff like that. But I still try and do vegetarianism whenever I can. My last go on it, I went 6 months because no, I don't think it's right to treat animals this way, and I think we've been kind of brought up in a society where we're expected to.
Yeah.
This is the norm. This is the norm.
Yeah.
Don't look at this. Don't look how it all works. But then you'll go to a farm and you'll see an adorable little like cow or like a baby like ram or something like that, and you're like, oh no, I've got to change my life.
Yeah, so let's frame it a little bit because I feel like it's better if we do it that way so we both know what we're talking about. Do you know anything about dairy cows, for example? How they're treated? Like, let's imagine
Not really, no.
a small dairy farm, right? Somewhere where you would imagine that it's local, that it's a family-run farm,
yes.
right? So let's imagine in this scenario. Why do you think cows produce milk in the first place?
To feed their calves.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. You're already one leg ahead of me because I used to believe that cows just eat grass and produce milk, but Yeah.
Well, same here, really. You know,
Yeah.
I had no clue. I just thought it happened naturally when I was younger as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. So that's true. So do you think that they decide, so they have to have a baby, right? So do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers do that for them?
I think farmers encourage it,
Yeah.
and especially nowadays. I don't know how it would be naturally because
Yeah.
I think cows are one we've been messing
Yeah,
with
we've
cows
been
for a
domesticating
while.
for a long time, yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a very much a human intervention.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say, yeah.
So the process is called artificial insemination, but it's basically forceful impregnation, right?
yeah.
If we did that to a human being, what would we call it?
Oh wow! Am I allowed to say the R word?
You're allowed,
You know,
yeah. Thank you,
well, we would
yeah,
call this
yeah,
rape and
yeah.
sexual assault.
Yeah.
It would be coercion as well because
Yeah.
it would be very planned. Oh, and it'd be very
Yeah,
disgusting.
it's
really.
very disgusting, right? Yeah.
Very grisly subject matter.
So of course, I would say it's just as disgusting to do it to cows. But let's imagine,
Yeah,
let's move
yeah.
on just to finish the whole thing. So when the babies are born, what do you think happens to them?
Of cows.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know really. I don't know how farmers treat them and stuff like that off the top of my head, but I imagine they'd be separated from their parents for a little bit. I can imagine there'd be a bunch of things they'd need to do. Neutering, I don't know how long that happens, and well, actually no, that's pets and stuff like that, which I
Yeah.
suppose is a different debate.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really know.
Yeah, well, you were right on the money there because indeed they get separated from their mother because they would drink the milk, and it's a dairy farm, so the milk is the product that they're making.
Yeah.
So that just means that some of them may see their mother again if they're female. If they're male, they may never see their mothers again. They get separated and they get killed because males don't produce milk.
Yeah.
On some farms they are left to starve to death. It has happened. It's not as small percentage as you would think. It actually happens quite often, because they would have to feed them also
Absolutely,
before
yeah.
they kill them, and a lot of farmers have such a small margin of profit that they just let them starve to death. And yeah, if they're female, they get forcefully impregnated like their mothers every year, and then when the farmer can no longer impregnate them because no body was made to be forcefully impregnated every year.
No.
When that no longer happens,
Yeah.
when the pregnancy no longer sticks,
Can
they
you
go to
imagine
a
if we did that
slaughterhouse.
to a... Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you-
wow,
you're right on
yeah.
the money.
Can you imagine if we did that to a person? You know
That's
what I mean?
insane, that's insane, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff, that this is the base of it, right? Obviously, when you go to factory farms or even farms that don't really care about animals, you come even worse practices. But even the base of it, to me, just sounds fucking horrible. So the question is, it seems like you also find it horrible, but do you think you can be against this kind of stuff, which I would call it cruel? Do you think you can be against it while simultaneously paying for it by buying animal products and such?
Could you please repeat that last part
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
question?
yeah.
again?
So do you
Sorry.
think? Yeah, no worries. So do you think you can be against this cruelty towards animals that I just described, for example, for dairy, while at the same time paying for it to buy the animal products that you get, like dairy, cheese, milk?
I think the answer is I think in a way maybe no, but I
Yeah.
think the guilt can be sincere. So
Yeah.
for example, like I think I'm very much a victim of this. So
Yeah.
I have morals about it
Yeah.
where I'm like I don't feel like this is fair at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do eat bacon, I do eat eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I always try and I always make sure that I do try and change my diet and say no, and just to see if it does stick, sort of thing. And the environments around us, I do think the guilt can be very sincere, but I do think it is a no.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody can
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about going vegan? Because it seems like you're such a compassionate, fair person. So being vegan literally means just leaving animals alone. It's about animal rights. It's not about food, clothing, or anything, right? Obviously, as a consequence, you're not going to eat their flesh or wear their skin.
No, yeah.
But it's about the animals, and if you seem as you said, right, it is unfair what we do to them. So.
Yeah. I've definitely considered going vegan, and it is something I've always challenged. I think I even said to my friend over here that vegan's one that I've always considered. I
Yeah.
think we said that last night.
Yeah.
Really, but I have friends as well who are vegan who would
Yeah.
help me out and stuff like that.
There you go. So it should be easy for you.
Well, I can't lie to you. You've definitely helped challenge my thinking and stuff as well.
Buy plant-based products and everything like that, you're still killing animals. At the end of the day, if you think you're putting in the work to say like when the farmers they go out to get like crops and everything like that, you're still tearing up animals. Do you know what I mean? Like you still there still could be an animal one day that you just don't know about. So it's like it's still happening, and not just that, but you're also a lot of them are buying like this stuff like vegan on the shelves. Look at the ingredients, man. Like they're putting so much chemicals and pumping so much stuff that's going to cause cancer.
Well, I can answer all of this. I can answer all of this. So let's start with the beginning, because sorry for interrupting you there. So first of all, actually I'll start with the ending, because the ending is far easier far easier response. So chemicals, let's not be afraid of chemicals. I'm a certified nutritionist. I can tell you that on a plant-based diet you can thrive. You don't have to eat plant-based meats. You can eat tofu, tempeh. You can have a whole food plant-based diet and avoid the chemicals if you're afraid of, but you shouldn't be afraid of chemicals. Chemicals are not harming you. And if you're afraid of cancer, you should probably know that red meat is a type 2B carcinogenic. It can cause colon cancer. Not that it can cause, it will increase your chances of colon cancer every time you eat it.
Then can I ask this then? Then if that is the case, then how comes back from way many years ago straight through to our ancestors? If that was the case, then surely our population we would have been dead by now. But instead, that
What do you mean? I mean, everybody dies at some point, right?
Yeah, no, that's correct. But we've grown, and at the end of the day, but they straight back from then, they were still living healthy lives. They still
I
live.
think you can't be healthy. I said red meat, right? I would assume if you want for your health, you should avoid red meat altogether anyway. But like, this isn't about your health. The fact that all you need to know is that you can be at least just as healthy on a plant-based diet, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. I believe that whatever plant-based diet you want to choose to have, whether that is including plant-based meats or not, whether that is whole foods or not, that's up to you, right? I'm not here to tell you how to do any of it, right? I'm just here to bring the attention to animals.
I think the main focus and the attention to animals is, and the biggest problem across the world is greed. Like we can, at the end of the day, like I say, it takes back to the ancestors. We used to let them grow in nature, live a life, and then only get what we need. And I think that's our biggest problem. Like, you only eat what you need.
So we don't need any animal products, so then it would make sense to go vegan.
We don't need any animal products. Yeah, we do. That goes back to our ancestors. You know.
We don't.
But okay, I can respect that. But at the end of the day, if everyone just took what they needed and respected animal nature, the constant onslaught and the cruelty that goes into it, that wouldn't need to exist.
Yeah, and let me also discuss about this crop thing that you mentioned also, because that was the first thing that you mentioned, right? So obviously, yes, there are going to be animals who are killed in the production of crops, but you would be surprised to find out that most of the crops are actually grown for the food of animals, because cows, chickens, pigs, all of these animals, they have to be fed. And they have to be fed a lot more food than you would otherwise eat, right? So a lot of the times, actually, I think it's close to 80% of the crops that we grow for food is actually grown for the animals. So any deaths that you think die in crop production obviously will also be added to the deaths when you have an animal, because you will buy food for them from crops. In Netherlands, for example, I think 50% of what a cow is fed is corn, soy, and the rest of 10% is out of the remaining 10% is as a mixture of other plants and everything. So all of that has to be externalized, right? It's not grass like how we imagine that animals are just fed grass. The reality is most of the food we grow to feed the animals, because they eat a lot more than us, you know? So that's one. And two, I would assume even if it were like the same, there still is a difference between, like, let's put it this way, that system of cropping food obviously can improve, right? Like, we can grow vegetables in a way where we don't kill animals. We have veganic farming, we have vertical agriculture, we have all of these methods that we can improve on. Whereas animal agriculture, it can never improve. Whatever animal agriculture does, it will always use an animal, exploit them, and kill them. Go on.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say as well, something that you said as well as you were explaining that is I noticed as well when and it is really serious and a bit morbid to say, but when the death toll is, say, like that vegans look at and they see with animals and farming and agriculture, it's significant and it's the thing that needs to be focused on in that cause. However, as well, the psychological how it's in society and everything like that, that is still something that's active.
Yeah.
Something that I think always could be a bit. So I think it could be easier for people to get into veganism and vegetarianism. So, for example,
But
it's-
vegetarianism
it's
still implies animal products. Just putting it
yeah,
out
yeah.
there, right?
It's a good stepping stone, though.
Yeah.
I will admit,
I see
I'm
what
not.
you mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna stamp out
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
vegetarianism because I've seen so many people who started off veggie and now they're vegan.
Yeah,
and they
fair enough.
credit it like that. But what I was just gonna say is, I do still think veganism is a fight because a lot of the daily supplies that you need very expensive. And there's a lot of import, and also I do think
Well,
that
actually-
there could be a lot more shops that where you could say grocery and not have to say read everything. You could go in and you could kind of like pick up like a ready meal or something quick and easy. And
Oh,
not
but there's
know
plenty
that
of
it's-
so there's plenty
Yeah.
of that. It's just not not as abundant as the other
Yeah,
aisle,
not where
right?
we live in
yeah.
the UK.
Oh,
It's really
definitely
hard.
there it is in the
Yeah.
UK.
So
There
it
is in the
needs
UK.
to be better.
There
It's
is
still
in the
a fight,
UK.
isn't
I'll
it?
tell you this: it is. The UK was the #1
Not
country in the
incredible.
world voted to be vegan. So you definitely have a lot of options there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But what I mean is, say for example, like sections in grocery, right?
Yeah.
It's usually sections. You, there are a lot of people who say struggle with reading. There are a lot of people who kind of like they want to, but they you know, kind
No,
of.
yeah,
struggle
I
to
know what you
focus
mean.
on
I know what you
things.
mean, yeah.
And I just think it could be easier for those guys.
Yeah,
you
100%.
know?
Like, listen, my whole thing isn't. I don't want to. I'm not trying to place
Oh,
all
not
the
at
blame
all,
on the
not at all.
consumer, right?
Yeah,
Because
no,
I feel
not
like
at all.
of these industries, they intentionally make it confusing for you, right? They put all these
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
labels. They tell you animals are treated nicely and all of this. But the reality is, it's far from it. They have a financial incentive to lie to you because if you believe it, yeah, you buy their products, right?
Person by money.
Yeah,
now.
if you were to see the things that animals go through, a lot of people would be like, oh, no, thank you, I don't want to be part of it. You know, like if we were to put on animal products like we do on cigarettes, but the effect on the animal itself, I think a lot of people would go like, hell no, I don't want to be part of it, right?
Yeah.
But sadly, so as you mentioned it, you're right, that that's not the case. So where we are at right now, less than 2% of people are vegan, you know, so we need more people on our side so that at some point we get to make these systemic changes. Otherwise, if you get to pay for the other side, then you're basically shrinking this side because you're just paying for those products. You're giving money to these industries to exploit and slaughter animals.
Yeah.
I feel like I've given you a lot of information and I don't want to overload you with
Oh no,
information.
it's been great, honestly. Thank
Yeah.
you. I've really.
I'll just
I
ask you
think
this
I've really
one
enjoyed
final
this.
question and I'll let you go. You know, I'm here for the animals. How many more animals should be exploited on your behalf before you make a change?
Zero.
Zero.
No, I completely get it. I
Yeah.
need to do better,
Yeah.
and I will continue to try.
I
And do my
appreciate you,
best.
man.
You know,
You know, you're
appreciate you,
you're a
thank you.
rare breed of person. You're both polite. You understand the argument,
Thank
and you I don't know. I feel like you're intellectually honest also, which is rarely. And I tell you, when I meet people like you, I like to tell you exactly the same thing I tell other people like you. You have a bigger responsibility. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of people like you. You have a bigger responsibility to be on the right side because,
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of people will just go with nonsense arguments and say, well, I can't do it, whatever, but you can do it.
Thank
You
you.
know-
That means a lot to me. And hey, keep fighting the good fight because you speaking to me now. That's
Yeah.
how I'll do this one day. Do you know what I mean? That's how I'll win.
One
do you
day,
know?
how many more animals again?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And hey,
Yeah.
I'm a big cat guy. If I am on TikTok right now, big shout out to my cats. I
yeah.
love my cats.
Yeah.
So thank you, bro. Thank you for your time.
Let me tell you real quick. I urge you to watch. Yeah, there you go. I urge you to watch the most important speech you'll ever hear, or Dominion. You just gotta scan this QR code. If you really want to see what animals go
Yeah.
through, one of these two. And the one thing here, Challenge 22. It's free. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free. Okay.
Oh, mate, thank you so much. Have a
That's-
lovely day.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Drink
No-
some water. It's really warm today.
Oh, for sure. I have
Thank
one
you.
some on me. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Cheers. Then.
Yeah. Here we are. It is warm as shit today, huh? The sun. But I get to show my muscles, my biceps, and my stains also, because I ate like. I'm trying to say what without being derogatory to any animal, because the reality is I probably eat worse than any other animal eats. I'm highly undisciplined when it comes to food. Well, no, I'm disciplined when it comes to food timing and food quantity, but not how I eat the food per se. Yeah, big meter here. No problem with vegans at all. I think we'll eventually eat lab meat. Says Oi, Uncle Elroy. So, yeah, you're right. I think eventually, yes, that will be the case because sadly, it is extremely inefficient to, well, it's not sadly, it's true. It's just extremely inefficient to produce animal products. And at the end of the day, yeah, we have precision fermentation, which can make dairy milk and probably all the other alternatives for dairy. We will probably have lab grown. We will have all of these other alternatives. But the sad reality is, and I hope you're listening to this, we do have alternatives today, right? We do already have alternatives. Are they a little bit different? Sure. But you got to ask yourself where your values lie. Do your values say it's okay to exploit and slaughter an innocent sentient being, an animal, for something that is essentially optional to you because you have options, because you can choose otherwise? Right? James Bro says you're doing a good job, make me want to change. Thank you, James. That's I think you just gotta ask yourselves where those values are, because for me that's what it was. I literally it's just about values. Veganism is not a diet. It's not a, I don't know, fad thing, whatever people see it. It's not a tag that you assign to yourself or something you identify with. It's literally just values that you have. If you have the values that animals should not be exploited for you, for something that is essentially optional, then you probably should go vegan. ST says, what a virgin. ST, first of all, I'm not a virgin, but even if I were, what's so bad about being a virgin, huh? Do you have a problem with virgins? We don't care. James Bro says it's moral respect. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's moral respect, yeah. Of course, as a consequence, you're not going to consume their flesh, right? Or pay for somebody to kill them. I mean, imagine that. Imagine me saying, well, I respect women, but I choose to pay for them to be killed, you know? And it's obviously like a different case scenario when you don't have choices, right? Like, let me put it this way. If I'm not telling you here to die, right? Like if you were in a deserted island and you had to kill an animal to survive, I'm not here to judge. Hey, the same would be true if you were in a deserted island. You might also kill a human being to survive. Who knows, right? That's the thing. It's not about that. It's about knowing that we have other options. Yeah, I wouldn't call it converting though. I saw somebody mention it converting. I don't think it's about converting anybody to anything. What do your parents or grandparents think of your veganism, Chip? Asks Eagles and Cycling. Well, I don't know what to tell you. My grandparents are not alive. None of them are alive anymore, so I have no grandparents. And my parents, well, they're proud of me for fighting for something I believe in, you know? At the end of the day, why wouldn't they be proud for fighting for the right cause, right? Are they vegan themselves? No, sadly no. I wish they were. It makes everything so difficult a lot of the times because they're not vegan, but you know, what is it that I can do? I cannot force anybody. That's the sad reality. The reason why I believe these are conversations more than anything is because they are conversations, because I cannot push anybody into going vegan, including all of you listening. I cannot. I merely stand here, have conversations with you, and debunk arguments. Does that seem like pushing to you? Maybe it can seem like pushing to you, but the sad reality is you still get to make the choices that you get to make. All I'm saying is think about it, because when you make choices, like think about it this way, you don't like being pushed in a direction, but when you're making choices, you're pushing animals to your will. You're pushing them to be exploited, to be slaughtered for you. Why would you do that? You're infringing on their wish, their to live, their desire to be free, all of it. No, nobody deserves that. We all deserve to be left alone, and to be minding our own business, right? We all deserve that. What if you can't be vegan because of health reasons, says Jakeson. Jakeson, I'm a certified nutritionist. I have yet to find a single reason for anybody who cannot be vegan. Are there people who would find it more difficult? Sure. But I have yet to find anybody who cannot actually be vegan, yeah. If you guys are wondering about the diet, like the plant-based diet that follows veganism, you can check out the links in the description of this video. There's a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, as I told this person. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free. You just gotta subscribe to it. That's it. And you learn a little bit. And besides, like, come on, nowadays you have so many resources available. You have, like, literally, I made a protein bar 2 weeks ago using ChatGPT. I literally told ChatGPT what I have in my cupboard, and I said I want to make a protein bar. Made a recipe. I adjusted it by saying, hey, no, I don't like this or that, and bam, that's it. Eventually made a recipe. Hi.
What's the experiment?
I just asked you some questions, get you to think a little bit.
Okay.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
You're live.
Yeah,
Okay, I hope the questions aren't that hard.
I hope so too. I mean, can you come a little bit closer so that you're in
How long
view?
will it take?
I don't know, 5-10 minutes, depends.
Okay. I have to be. Okay, I'll make it.
Can you come a little bit closer so that
Yeah,
you're in view?
sure.
Yeah, what's your name?
Luke, what's your name?
Nice to meet you, Luke. I'm Chip.
Hi, Chip.
So
Nice to
I'll
meet
ask you, where are you from, by the way?
I'm from here.
Oh, you're from Netherlands, okay.
Yeah. You?
I'm from Romania originally, but I live here also. So, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
Apparently not. No.
No. What if they?
Not. No.
No. What if they're physically superior to them? Should they have the right to do so?
No.
What if they're intellectually superior? Should they have the right to do so?
If you have intellectual capacity, I think you should also have the capacity to have empathic.
You would think so.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
you can make maybe better decisions for all the people, but most people don't know what's good for themselves. So even intellectual people. So I'm not really sure. I think yes.
Yeah.
In a perfect scenario, yes, but then
So they should
Yeah.
still not have that right.
if
To
they're
oppress.
wise, no,
Say
to
like-
oppress, no,
No,
to
okay,
oppress,
okay,
no.
okay. What if they look different? They have a different skin color, different hair color. No. What if they cannot realize that they're oppressed? Does that mean oppressing them? Would that mean oppressing them is okay?
No.
No. Okay. So we shouldn't judge based on characteristics of their DNA or their intelligence or anything like that, right?
No.
No. Okay. So how do you feel about the animals? Do you think we're oppressing animals when we're forcing them into slaughterhouses for
Yeah, but I still eat
optional
meat.
products? Yeah.
I
But,
still
but
eat meat,
don't
but
you think that's
yeah.
oppressive?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you still be able to say you're against oppression if you're paying for oppression when you have other
You did
choices?
it. Yeah.
Because I would argue, yeah, if you don't have other choices, you
You
know, it's
got
like
me.
it's like a necessary evil or whatever. But
Yeah. I still like.
It's not a gotcha, by the way. It's not a gotcha
You're in
anyway.
Amsterdam. I still
Yeah.
like my bitterballen.
yeah,
know,
but you
bitterball-
have vegan bitterballen.
Yeah, but the meat ones are nicer.
Ah, come on, the bitterballen, none of them are nice. They're all passable,
no,
and
no,
the
no,
vegan
okay,
ones are
okay,
just as
okay.
passable. I'm kidding. No, like even if you do like them, there's vegan options, and I think I would argue that you may not know the difference. I think maybe if you eat them one
Okay,
after
okay.
the other, but if you start eating a vegan one, you may not know.
You know, I would like to be a vegetarian one day.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I live with roommates and I can't decide for other people.
Do your roommates force you to eat something?
If they cook, I eat it. And if I
okay.
cook, they eat it. But
Okay. What if
I-
your
I
roommates
like to
start
cook
cooking
veg-
dogs? Would you eat it?
No, no.
No, okay. So there you go. So what is it that if your roommates start cooking chicken but not dogs, what is that difference between the chicken and the
Because I
dog
was
that
raised,
justifies?
Because yeah, we're all victim of the way we were raised, like nature and nurture, and we are nurtured on.
But you're an adult, right? You make your
Yeah,
own choices.
that's
It
true.
doesn't really matter how you
That's
were
true.
raised.
It's a bit difficult to break through these patterns.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I can understand
I
the
acknowledge
difficulty.
Your right.
Yeah,
I acknowledge your right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it that
That's the thing, you know. It's
Yeah.
there's no logical answer to why you eat would in the logical purely
Yeah.
looking from an ethical and logical perspective. There's no real reason to eat meat, but it's just the way it is, and it's not something that there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and it's not one of the things that bothers me most.
I agree
and
with you.
it's,
There's other shit
uh,
happening in the world, especially now, right?
Yeah.
But like,
And I think I see that's an easy way out.
yeah, the only thing about this is that you don't have to spend your time with it. You just have to make a different choice. That's it. Because you will
Yeah.
be making a choice when you're buying food, when you're buying clothing, whatever it is that you're doing, you're making choices. So all I'm saying is why not make the compassionate choice, the fair choice, and just not leave animals alone. You know, not oppress any of them. Go vegan. Do you know what being vegan is?
Yeah, I like no eggs and no cheese as well, but I really like my cheese, man.
But do you know what cows have to go through to produce milk?
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Well, they're separated from their calves.
Yeah, they're forcefully
As soon
impregnated.
as they are born, and then they have to produce milk, and then they have to get pregnant again, and
Yeah.
the cycle.
And when they
repeats.
no longer get pregnant, what do you think happens to them?
I think they're slaughtered, and they are too old to, so the meat is not very nice.
Well, how
anymore.
old do you think they get to when they can no
have
longer
no
be
idea,
impregnated?
no idea.
25% of their lifespan, 6 years old, 6 to 8 years old.
And cows are really nice creatures.
They are. They're very gentle, huh?
Yeah,
They're very
yeah,
gentle, nice creatures. They're
Yeah.
curious too. You've seen videos of somebody playing, like I've seen, they play a cello, and the cows just come listening
Yeah,
to it
I've
and then
seen it,
being very
yeah,
curious.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because they're exactly like there's also videos that where you throw them a ball and they bring it back. They have zoomies also. They're exactly like they're exactly like dogs, like the animals that we usually consider as somebody as morally worth, right? Don't you think cows are also morally worth? Don't you think they deserve moral worth?
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
acknowledging that I'm right, but I
Well,
appreciate.
As I said, you seem like a smart, wise person,
Yeah.
and you are in your right, and that's the thing, you are right, and
So how many more animals should be exploited for you before you change?
I don't know.
How many do you want?
Yeah, that's a good question. And you've really being confronted this head on, which doesn't usually happen that much because you just live your life and
Yeah.
don't try to think about it.
Yeah, and by the way, again, I'm not here to judge. I know what happened in the past was in the past. I was part of it too, I wasn't born vegan. Nobody was. I think very
How
few
old
people
are
in
you?
this world. I'm 37.
And at what age did you become vegan?
35. No, 34.
I still have 6 years.
You still have 6 years. Well, I would argue, my biggest regret in life is not doing it sooner. So you don't want to end up on this page where because at some point, as you say right now, you agree with it. And at some point, the click goes in your head and you realize just how fucked up it is.
It is fucked up.
It is very fucked up what we do to them. So
I saw a Kurz,
Yeah, you saw that video.
26 billion chickens are
Yeah.
alive at every instant.
yeah, it's insane, huh?
And how many more? It means it's like a constant cycle of
Yeah.
dying and being born, and all in these small. I know. I know some of the facts, not all of them.
Yeah.
I like to close my eyes for some of them because it's like really confronting. But I also like to be informed, and I know it's it's a fucking holocaust of animals.
It is
yeah.
a holocaust of animals.
I
well
know.
put, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
why participate in it?
Yes.
Right? Why participate in it? You live here,
Yeah.
like you have so many options
Yes,
here
you're right,
nowadays,
you're
right?
Again, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and like what is it that you like? Because if you like beef, did you try the vegetarisch slager leaded beef? It's so much like well, I haven't had beef because I was vegetarian for 7 years before that, so I haven't had beef or meat in years, but like it just reminds me of exactly how meat tasted, and it looks good, it tastes good. Like we have so many alternatives nowadays.
I have been vegetarian for 1 month.
Yeah.
At one point, and then I started eating meat again because I was like, I completed my month.
Yeah.
And the first piece of meat I ate was really not really that nice. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I really didn't miss this.
Yeah.
But then you go out at night and you take a croquette out of the wall. You know how it goes here.
Yeah, I know. I've
And-
seen that. I've
and-
seen
and
what
you go
Dutch
back to your
people
old-
do with the
you go out.
the weird
You go
ball.
back to your
Yeah.
old cycle, and you have a nice piece of pizza, and it's just everywhere, man.
It is. Sadly so, but that's also why we need more people on our side, right? We need more people to go vegan so that the other side also grows, right? So that we get more vegan pizza, more vegan croquettes, more vegan all of it, right? Because if you pay for the side where animals get exploited, on the top of that, animals get exploited, that industry still grows. You're paying for that industry. Whereas if you go on this other side, you're also making the opposite of that industry. So you're doing by going vegan, you're not just stopping exploitation of animals, but you're also actively fighting against it by buying other products. So, see what I mean? You're doing two things at once.
Yeah. Thank you for this.
Let me just give you a card before you go, because I want to respect your time, and thank you for sitting here.
Thank you. Can I
Um,
find your YouTube channel?
Yeah, you have my YouTube channel over
guy.
here.
All
I
right.
recommend you watch Dominion or the most important speech ever here, just to get informed, as you mentioned. And you have Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day.
Sorry, I can't hear.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was it again?
Yeah, so Challenge 22, they hook you up with a nutritionist, send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free.
And it's this one. This
Yeah,
QR
you
code,
just
right?
gotta scan the
Cool.
QR. You have everything there, okay?
Nice, thanks.
What was your name again?
Luke.
Luke. I'm
Chip.
Chip. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, and have an awesome day, okay?
Enjoy the
Make
sun.
changes. Don't just think, okay? Do it. Thank you. You wanna have this conversation with me?
Yeah, but the
I just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit.
Okay.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Hello.
What's your name?
Andrea,
Andrea, nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Where are you from?
Romania.
Oh, I'm also from Romania. Great. I speak Romanian, but I'm going to speak English here, okay? That's okay, okay. So, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No. What if they benefit from it?
Still no.
Okay. What if the powerful are physically superior?
I don't think this is possible.
You don't think it's possible for somebody who has power to oppress somebody without power out of physical strength?
Can, but
Yeah.
it's not okay.
Oh, it's not okay. Okay, yeah, okay. What if they have intellectual superiority?
This is talkable because when someone is intelligent, okay, they have power, but they must use the power in a good way.
So should not oppress, because oppressing literally means abusing your power, basically.
No.
Okay, okay. What if they look different, have a different skin color, or stuff like that?
This shouldn't matter.
It
So,
shouldn't matter.
no.
Okay, so we shouldn't judge based on characteristics coming from their
No,
DNA.
No.
What if they don't realize that they're oppressed?
Then I think they must be educated.
Yeah, but what if they cannot be educated for some reason? You don't speak the language, they don't speak, they're mute, I don't know, they're intellectually challenged or something.
Maybe the power of example,
Yeah.
because this can be learned.
But my question is, do you think that the powerful should oppress the powerless if the powerless don't realize that they're oppressed?
No.
No, okay, I appreciate it. You answered to all my questions. The reason why I asked this question is just to form kind of like a moral baseline. So I understand where your moral baseline is. So I'll ask you this final question, which is why I'm sitting here. What about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for us? Do you think we're oppressing them?
Like what? Can you
Like
give me an
cows,
example?
chickens, pigs, all of these animals that we use for food, for clothing, for
No.
entertainment. Are we oppressing them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I love animals so much.
Do you think you can love animals while at the same time paying for them to go to slaughterhouses for you?
No.
No. So are you vegan?
No, but I will be in a short time because
In a short time,
I
okay.
hate to think about
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah. So how many more animals should go on to slaughterhouses, be oppressed, be exploited for you until you make a change?
I'm on the edge.
You're
you
on
know?
the edge. Yeah. How can I
think
push
this
you
is
over
a
the
sign.
edge? I want to push you over the edge. How can I do that?
I think you did a little.
Hold this for a second.
Yeah.
I'll just, because you're on the edge, I'll just show you this.
No.
Have you ever seen this kind of stuff?
No.
Um,
No.
so let me just show
I will
you.
cry.
Okay, okay, don't cry. Then I won't show you that. I'll just show you this. I think this graphic is also a pretty big deal about it, right?
Okay.
I won't show you the images. I also have images,
Okay,
but
no,
if
no,
you
no.
don't like seeing them,
No.
perhaps don't pay for
No.
it, you know? So I'll just show you, because a lot of the times when we think about animals, we think they're killed as old, or we think they have a nice life or whatever, but the reality is, as you can see, none of them even reach half their lifespan. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what happens to dairy cows?
No.
Why do cows produce milk? I'll just go through this and then I'll let you go. Why do cows produce milk?
For the meat,
Sorry, why would you produce milk, for example?
to drink it, to use it.
No, you. If you would start lactating, why would that happen?
I will feed my child.
Exactly. So you have to have a child for that
Yeah.
to happen, right? It's the same with cows.
Yeah.
They have to have a child for that to happen. So do you think that they decide when to have the child whenever they want to, or do you think farmers decide for them?
They decided.
Yeah. So it's called artificial insemination. They call it. I call it
Yeah.
forceful insemination.
Yeah.
Literally, somebody puts their hands in their anus, they hold their cervix and injectable semen in their vagina. That's pretty standard practice. If we did that to a human being, how would we call it?
Violation, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And after 9 months, when the babies are born, what do you think happens to them?
They took it from their mother and forced to grow to be.
Yeah, if they're born male, they get slaughtered because they're useless to the industry. If they're born female, as you said, every year they're forcefully impregnated. And when they can no longer be impregnated because, no body was made to be forcefully impregnated repeatedly, they go to a slaughterhouse. And that happens at around 6 to 7 years. So it's 24% of their lifespan because they can live like 24 years.
This hurts.
This hurts, yeah. And I know you coming from Romania. I know I came from Romania also, and I saw in my grandma's backyard the separation of the
Yeah.
calves.
Yeah.
I've seen this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's messed up, but
It's barbarical.
it is. So you got to ask yourself which side of it do you want to be on, Because as you see dairy, for eggs, awful shit happened. I can't show you, but you don't
No,
want to see it. Yeah, so you just got to ask yourself which side of it do you want to be. Do you want to be on the side where you're paying for this to happen for something that you don't actually need because you can thrive without it? Or do you want to be on the side where you're literally doing just the bare minimum of not forcing them into those
Yeah.
positions?
Okay, this was deep.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push you too much. I'll just give you some resources, and you get to I can't push you into a decision. I want you to make the right decision, okay?
Yeah.
Especially from coming from a fellow Romanian.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just tell you real quick. If you scan this QR code, oh yeah, I can scan it right now.
Okay.
So what you have there is either Dominion, but if you can't watch that kind of things, don't watch Dominion
No,
then.
no.
But the most important speech you'll ever hear, it teaches you about eggs, about honey, without showing you all the footages. It's just a speech. It's this one right here.
Okay.
And the one thing here, Challenge 22, they hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free. You just gotta subscribe.
Okay.
I'll give you the card
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
You have my YouTube channel there also.
Nice. And it's a nice thing what you did
Thank
here.
you. You have to change, okay? You seem like such a compassionate person.
Yeah.
Andrea, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Pare bine să te
am.
cunosc.
Și mie.
De unde ești?
Din Galați, dar stau în București.
Ah, din Piatra Neamț, deci tot
Ah,
acolo.
pe acolo.
Da.
Ok. Bye, guys.
O zi bună. Ciao. Bye. There you go, everybody. She was a very nice person. I actually felt like she wasn't vegan, but it felt like she will be. It felt to me like she will actually be vegan. So, as I said, I want to let them make their decisions. Can I hire you as a dietitian, Eagles and Cycling? I'm not a dietitian. I'm a nutritionist. It's a difference. Dietitians do. So nutrition certification is you can do it without any previous medical studies, whereas dietitians, they do need medical studies, right? So a dietitian is obviously a more professional than I will ever be. So yeah, can you hire me as a nutritionist? Sure, I can help you out with your nutrition. You would be my first client because I literally got the certification last week, something like that. So yeah. By the way, everybody, I can barely see the screen because of the sun. So I don't know how much I can answer all of your questions. I'll try to look. But please, if you have a question for me, please tag me in the question because then I can see it easier. Otherwise, yeah, it might be difficult for me to see it. I think she had a really, first of all, she was with her boyfriend. And second, she already said that she's kind of on the edge and she kind of loves animals. And I feel like she'll make changes. Yeah. How do you tag on lives? Asks Moonrise Studios. Just there you go. Nice guns, says David, the 40-year-old vegan. Thank you. I can't see myself, I can barely see the chat, the text. I cannot really see myself. My screen is really shit and also kind of dirty now that I see it in the sun. Your new nickname, Silly Little Man. I mean, I'm silly sometimes, sure. I like to behave silly, why not? Depends on what you mean by that. Am I playful and silly? Sure, I am playful and silly sometimes. Am I little? I doubt that I'm little though. Can you share your workout routine somewhere? Asks Eagles and Cycling. I could. I've been thinking about sharing it. It depends, right? I'm mostly focused on strength training these days. So I also kind of do a little bit of hypertrophy, but very little. I'm just mostly focused on strength training. And I do 5-3-1 and every day I do full body. It's just the easiest for me. It's the easiest to recover, and I can go to the gym every day, and I take 1 day break every 4 or 5 days, something like that. But I can share it. Yeah, I was thinking at some point of doing a live stream there in the gym where we discuss stuff, but I need to get a special permit because it is live. Like I can film in that gym, but I need a special permit to actually do it live. You'd probably reached your genetic limit anyway. You're pretty big for your frame. I actually have not reached my genetic limit. A lot of the times, I refrain myself from eating a lot more because I grow quite fast. My muscles grow quite fast. That's why I don't understand why when people say that you can't build muscle on a plant-based diet, it's so insane to me because literally my problem is usually trying to refrain from growing too big. I think I can get at least another 5 or 10 kilos more. mostly on my legs because my quads, although they're big, they're not as big as I want them to be. So yeah, my chest is pretty big though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so here we are, everybody. We're doing this social experiment. But today we're not going to be sitting for too long because I still have some work to do. Sadly, that's how it is at the beginning of the week for me. Yeah, when I go home, I basically have to start working again. But let's see, maybe we get more conversations going. Maybe we get more people to go vegan today. You know, I think like the two last people were actually quite good. Can we see those legs? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to show you because I'm in jeans. I'm not going to take my jeans off right now. And the jeans are relatively loose, but I can tell you that they're an athletic fit because I cannot buy regular jeans because if I do, my quad section is too big, so the other section would either be too loose or yeah, I have the typical, you know, gym bro body like thing. Want to try a social experiment? How many dips can you do in one set? Oh, I haven't done dips in so long. Wow. Probably a lot. Like without weight or with weight? Probably a lot, even without weight. Where are you from? Even with weight, sorry, probably not. Where are you from? I'm originally from Romania, but I'm here in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and I live here. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you're enjoying the conversations. Let's get some more people. I was thinking I'd do like 2 hours today. I don't even know. Let's see how long we can go because afterwards, as I said, I have to go back to work. If you're enjoying this, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get those numbers up so that, I don't know, we can spread the message a little bit more. And the message being that it's wrong to oppress animals for something that is essentially optional to you. I would assume a lot of people agree with it. It's just that a lot of the times we get, you know, bogged down by this idea that animal agriculture has sold us, you know. That's the whole thing. We've been lied to. All of us, we've been lied to on the sheer premise that we need animal products. We don't need any of it. We can thrive on plant-based diets. We can build muscle. We can be extremely intelligent. We can be healthy. We can be also not healthy if that's what you're looking for. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. So you just gotta ask yourself then, well, if I can do both on a plant-based diet and on an animal-based diet, how do I choose? Well, choose based on values, I would say, right? If you think it's okay then to exploit an innocent animal, then choose a plant-based diet. It's as simple as that. If you think it's not okay to, if you think it's okay to exploit an innocent animal, then, I mean, it's kind of messed up to think it's okay to exploit an innocent animal, but I would assume that if you think it's not okay, then choose a plant-based diet. It's as easy as that, right? And veganism literally just means opposing or rejecting the idea that animals are here for us to exploit, right? It's a way of viewing animals. It's a moral principle more than anything. Well, yeah, that's what it is. Dog Michael says animals aren't innocent. I mean, depends on how you see it, whether they're innocent or not. I just like to emphasize the idea of innocent on how we define innocent. Are animals actually innocent? Sure, they're not, because the animals cannot actually be guilty for that reason, right? You guys want to try a social experiment? Well, the whole point of it, when I mention innocent sentient animals, is to literally describe the idea that they're not the ones attacking you or something. Hi. You want to try the social experiment?
Yes.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll just ask you this.
Do you like with 2 people?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
I'll ask you
okay.
both. So, can you come a bit closer so that you're in view? Nice. So, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
But should the powerful have the right to press the powerless? No.
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 Okay. What if they're intellectually superior?
No.
What if they're physically superior?
No.
No. Okay. What if the powerless don't realize that they're oppressed?
That they're depressed?
That they're oppressed?
that they repress,
Yeah.
it's still not okay.
Still not okay. Okay,
No.
okay, okay. And what if they look different? They have a different skin color, different hair color, something
That's
like that?
also not okay.
No, okay. So we shouldn't be oppressing somebody on the basis of intelligence, of physical characteristics like that coming from their DNA or stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, okay.
Totally.
So what about the animals? Do you think we're repressing them when we're forcing them into slaughterhouses for our optional products?
Yeah, yeah, because they're different skin color, different IQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's wrong to oppress them also, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, and I'm not here to judge, but do you consume any animal products?
No, I'm actually vegan.
Ah, you're vegan.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Are you vegan too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are you doing to me? I'm here to speak on me. Okay. Are you girls active? Are you activists also?
Not really, no. I think everybody can do what they do. Everybody can eat what they want to eat because they have different experience in life. So it's hard to try to say that it's wrong and they understand that.
But wait, from that perspective, then you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No, no, no. I don't. I think they're like.
Should it be a
wrong.
choice for powerful to oppress the powerless?
To power.
Also
Wait,
can.
what was the
Should
question?
it be a choice that the powerful should oppress the powerless?
No, no, no. I think it shouldn't
I
be
mean,
a
how
choice.
can you not make it a choice for people?
Mm.
They always have the choice.
To oppress.
Yes.
But should it be?
No, no. It shouldn't be. But
They
it's,
do have it, but the question is, should it be?
I mean, how would it look like? How could you forbid it? That's the question. You can't. And it's also people having the option gives them they need to think about it. That's why it's good, I think.
That's why it's good to have the option to oppress.
No, no.
No.
But I mean, I don't think there's an option to forbid it and in any way.
You
So-
think, well, we do have options to forbid. What do you mean? Like for example, I think it's illegal to kill and slaughter dogs here. Do you think people should have the option to kill and slaughter dogs?
No,
No.
definitely not.
No, so I think there are laws against animal cruelty, right? There are laws against that.
Yeah.
So why not make laws against all of it? Like if you, let's put it this way: if you think they should not have the right to oppress, then you believe that they should not be allowed to oppress.
Yeah, but it's a democracy, and if you want to make the law, I'm totally for the law. But if it's not enough people who would vote for having that law,
Yeah,
so,
I know that. No,
so
no.
you can't just do anything.
No, no, no. But she said that it's to everybody's choice, right? I don't believe it should be a choice. Hence, that's why I'm active. That's why I'm speaking to people on the street, because I don't believe it should be a choice whether you pay for an innocent animal to be exploited and slaughtered for you. I don't think it should be a choice. I think we should slowly remove that choice, or as fast as we can. Not slowly, but sadly it does happen slowly.
I think the main problem is that many people have, as I said, different experience in life, and everybody grew up differently with different mindsets and different things that are like more important. So, and many people don't have they think they don't have the money to buy just like good food and stuff, but it shouldn't be about the money. It should be about you can also don't pay for meat and pay for fruits or something.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
vegetables. I think that argument is really dumb, but I can understand that not everybody can afford good food in that way.
I mean, it's actually in Western Europe, Australia, US, UK, and Canada. There were 3 studies that said that it's actually much cheaper to be plant-based. Of course, the studies are I don't know, maybe a couple of years old. So
Yeah.
I would assume that even accounting for inflation, because inflation would happen across the board for all products, not just plant-based products, but also animal-based products. But let me ask you this: if you were to be walking down the street and there's a person who's kicking their dog, would you walk by, say nothing? Would you join them, or would you tell them to stop?
I would tell him to stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why I ask this analogy is because basically when we're vegan and we're not active, we're not speaking for the animals. What we're doing is we're the person who's just walking by and letting that person kick the dog, because we're just walking by and letting other people choose to exploit animals. Of course, we cannot force people into the choices that they're making. But when I say being active, I say talk to them, try to understand, to get them to understand the perspective of the animals. See what I mean? So if you really would be the ones who would be speaking up and tell them to stop, then you should be active as vegans. You see what I mean?
Yeah. That I understand.
I think all you can do is just educate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all.
But we also need more people to educate other people, you know. So it's still huge value for a person to educate other people. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So let me just give you a card to have my YouTube channel, and if you scan this QR code, that's an organization called We the Free that I normally do activism with. I'm not here with them right now. This is just a card that I have. And if you guys want to be active, where do you live, by the way? Do you live here in the Netherlands?
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
They have plenty of chapters in Germany. If you want to have more vegan friends, if you want to join them, that would be awesome. They always need more activists, okay?
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for the
Yeah.
chat. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers. Have a good one. Hey, thank you. Cheers. I get so many attaboys today, huh? Good thing you're doing. Yeah. I don't really care. I get also... I'm doing it because I think it's good, not because others tell me. Uzi says she did not give a fuck. I don't know. She was vegan. Will they also become activists? Who knows? It's good. It's good for people to also kind of see this perspective, to challenge them a little bit. Again, all we can do is hope. Mr. Goat asks, Chip, who named the stream? I did, of course. I named the stream specifically to get people to join them. Why? Do you not like it, Mr. Goat? What's your favorite vegan food? Asks me Stoner Dan. Personally, my favorite, I don't know what to tell you, like dessert-wise or meal-wise or snack-wise, because I have so many. Mr. Goat asked me, you describe yourself as intelligent. Yes, I do describe myself as intelligent. What's so bad about that? Acknowledging that I'm intelligent. Yeah. Why? Is that a problem? Stoner Dan asks like rice. Oh, well, so like a main meal, I don't know. I really like curries. I really like curries, if you ask me. Like I'm a huge fan, and they're so easy to make too. You just cut some onion, some garlic, drop some canned chickpeas and tomato sauce or something, and then a couple of spices, and that's it. You're there. You've done it. Easy peasy. And you can also add some tofu to it to add some extra protein, and bam! Amazing recipes. So easy. And you can switch it around every day. You can make it differently. Instead of chickpeas, put lentils. Instead of lentils, put beans. Mix it around. Add some more vegetables. Oh, today I'm going to add some carrots. Today I'm going to add some sweet potatoes. I don't know. It's so easy. Like, I feel like you don't have to follow certain recipes to make curries. You just got to kind of like try it out and find what works for you. Especially if at the end you add some like coconut milk. Oh my God, that's amazing. It blends everything in together amazingly. Somebody said, oh, Stoner Dan, the one who asked me, says, so boring? Really? Curries are boring? Nah, man. Curries are by far the least boring food in the world. You can have such a variety of taste from curries that to call them boring is to be extremely disingenuous. Because again, the taste can vary so much. Like you can literally get almost any taste you want from a curry. So those are probably my favorite foods to eat. To prepare, I don't know. Nowadays, I'm just like a lazy bum, and I put some potatoes in the air fryer, some plant-based meat next to it, and some kimchi. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. 20 minutes later, I have decent food, high protein, healthy, and preparation takes, 5 minutes? Not even 5 minutes, because all I have to do is, I don't know, maybe cut some potatoes or something like that. So yeah, let's not talk too much about food because I don't want to get hungry or stuff, you know? I stopped eating vegetable 4 years ago. You should not do that. And all my pain ailments and body ailments went away. Oh my God, man, I feel sorry for you. Explain that one. I'm on a carnivore diet. So it's easily explainable. God's tomahawk. It's pretty easily explainable. It's called an elimination diet. You know, you might be eating only Twinkies also. Like, I don't know if you know what Twinkies are, but like if you go on a diet by eating only Twinkies, all your problems might be fixed. Doesn't mean you're healthy, because you've eliminated the problems that were causing inflammation in your body. Maybe certain vegetables cause inflammation in your body. Doesn't mean all vegetables are bad. In fact, all the major organizations, dietitians and nutritionists on the planet says that your diet should comprise mostly of vegetables, mostly. They also mention that you can thrive on a plant-based diet, so you can choose that. But they also mention for good health outcomes, you should eat mostly veggies. Yeah. So carnivore, no, not good. It's not good at all. And you've been really lied to if you think that the carnivore diet is good. And I feel sorry for you if you actually believe it, because you will be having problems at some point in your life. Hence why a lot of even carnivore influencers, they're starting to eat fruit or going back at it. So this isn't me as a vegan telling you this. This is me as a as a certified nutritionist telling you, do not adopt a carnivore diet. It will not be healthy for you. But of course, you get to do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you anything otherwise. I'm just here to tell you you're not going to be healthy if you adopt a carnivore diet. And either way, carnivore diet, such a stupid name for a diet, huh? No carnivore influencers are regretting it. A lot of carnivores influencers are regretting it. But also, such a stupid name for a diet, huh? Carnivore would imply that you're only eating meat, but you're also eating eggs and like animal-based products. It just feels like the carnivore diet is literally what animal agriculture is incentivizing you guys to buy, because you're literally just buying everything from animal agriculture when you're on a carnivore diet, including honey. Like, that's also insane to me, right? Oh, you're on a carnivore diet because all of a sudden you think you have issues, or you want to, I don't know, be high protein, low carb or stuff, but some of you eat honey? What the hell? That's extremely high simple carbohydrates, sugars. Why would you ever think that's good? So no, I think carnivore diet is just another bullshit thing that animal agriculture is selling you through influencers, through social media influencers. So if you don't believe, like, don't even trust me on this one. Just look it up and see that it is not healthy. Not even coming from me, as I said, not coming from me as a vegan, but as a certified nutritionist, I'll tell you, no, it's not healthy. It is absolutely not healthy to not eat vegetables and fruit. And I know some of you will say, well, I feel better than ever. Well, whatever. You know what? Feeling better is such a subjective thing. And by that, I mean, like, you can literally trick your brain into thinking you're feeling better. That's why feeling better doesn't mean anything. It's about the markers and the health markers. After a couple of years of carnivore diet, you always end up in a shit place because your LDL cholesterol is high. You're just in a bad place. Your risk of cardiovascular disease increases. It's just, why would you ever go down that path? I don't see it. And not to mention that all the thousands, because if you're on a carnivore diet, thousands of animals will be exploited for you per year, exploited and killed. Like, imagine that. Like, you're just basically destroying yourself, your body, and all the animals in your way, just because somebody told you it's okay and you didn't even bother to fact check whether that it is okay or not. So no, don't go down that path. Don't. Be smart. Look it up yourself. Learn. If you don't know how to look it up yourself, you have ChatGPT nowadays. ChatGPT can help you how to look it up. ChatGPT can help you how to read studies, how to comprehend all of it. You can literally give ChatGPT an article or a study and ask, hey, is this real? What's the science saying? Can you help me? And then ask questions specifically about that, what it is that you're not understanding, all of it, and you'll find out. It's pretty simple. We live in the information age, everybody. We live in the age where nowadays there's literally no excuse for you to being misinformed. So don't be misinformed. Inform yourself. I saw somebody having a problem with ChatGPT. Why do you have a problem with large language models? That's the whole problem. That's the whole perspective of large language models. They can take large amounts of text and comprehend context and several things from it. I'm not telling you to only trust ChatGPT. I'm telling you you can start with ChatGPT and you can end with ChatGPT. Hey, you want to try a social experiment? Mr. Goat says, "Oh, Lewis, the patronizing language is not a good idea." Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you're not vegan, you're forcing animals into slaughterhouses. Do you think what you're doing to an animal isn't monumentally worse than somebody being patronizing towards you? Really? Is that really your problem? That somebody's patronizing you? If you don't like that, imagine somebody cutting your throat, huh? Imagine somebody putting their hands in your ass so that they can hold your cervix and inject bull semen in your vagina if you're a woman. Or if you're a man, imagine somebody like pinning you down and injecting a giant dildo in your ass so that you can ejaculate, so that they can use your sperm to reproduce other women and create other of your type, and who they can exploit and slaughter. Because that's what we do to animals.
Excuse me.
Hi.
What's your social experiment?
I just ask you some questions, that's it.
Okay,
are the
we'll answer.
questions?
Oh, that you'll see. Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
That's fine. Sure.
Okay, nice. I'll just take this. So, should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No.
No. Okay. What if they're physically superior?
No.
No.
Okay. What if they're intellectually superior?
No.
No.
Okay. What if the powerless don't realize that they're oppressed?
Still no.
Still
Still not
wrong.
right.
Still wrong,
Oppression
okay.
is still.
Okay. What if they're they look different, they speak different, or they walk different?
No.
Absolutely not.
So should we be judging whether it's okay to oppress somebody on the characteristics coming from their DNA?
No.
No, it's not right to
Still-
oppress someone
At all.
at all in general.
Okay. So all of these questions lead me to this final question. What about the animals that we're forcing into slaughterhouses for us, for food, for clothing, and for entertainment? Do you think we're oppressing them?
In a way, yeah. I agree. I think that while consumption of animal products and meat around the world is historically and culturally and economically significant, I think there are ways that we could change it to be a lot more equal and ethical for the animals and in general.
Can it ever be ethical? Meat consumption can it ever be ethical for animals?
I don't think so. And I don't think it's ethical for the planet either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not. It's true. So what about any other, like dairy milk or eggs? Do you think those can be ethical for the animal?
Eggs, yes. I think eating eggs can be ethical. We own chickens.
Yeah,
My family owns chickens, and they're completely free range. And if the eggs aren't fertilized, the chickens don't really care about them.
Yeah.
So egg consumption.
How many eggs do they lay?
Like one a day.
One a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many eggs do you think a wild chicken would normally lay?
Probably not one a
probably-
day.
One,
Yeah.
a, no, one a
Less?
day.
12 to 15 per year.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So all of these
Weird.
chickens have been selectively bred to lay more eggs.
Oh.
So what happens, for example, in sanctuaries, what they do is they take their eggs and they smash them on the ground, and chickens they come pecking at it to get the nutrients that they need.
Oh wow.
Because the egg for the chicken is kind of like their period. Like,
Interesting.
imagine you having your period every day. Would that be nice?
I mean, some women do.
So
And
not
it's
not every day for their life, for the rest of their
Yeah,
life. Oh, I didn't know of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
yeah,
that's the
periods can
condition.
be really bad. It's not
Yeah.
natural though. It's not
Yeah.
normal. You're not
No.
meant to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's definitely like the reason why I say this is because it definitely depletes you, right? It depletes you of nutrients. Your body is in a certain state, so that's kind of also what happens to these chickens. And another point is that these chickens come from a place from hatcheries. Do you know what they do in hatcheries?
It's unethical breeding of chickens.
Yeah. So in hatcheries, it's a place where they take the eggs from, as you said, from unethical breeding of chickens, and like they separate the males and the females once they're hatched, because the females will go to your backyard, to small farms, large farms, whatever,
Yeah.
and the males, what do you think happens to them?
They die.
Yeah.
They get blended up alive, or they get gassed to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the standard industry practice?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. The standard industry practice is blending them up alive. Yeah, it's the easiest to do. Yeah, on their first day of life. Isn't that insane?
Quite.
Yeah. Yeah, but of course, like when it comes to backyard chickens, like it's a little bit different. I would say, like obviously, if you're gonna give the eggs back and you're gonna keep giving them back their nutrients, and at some point they still lay more eggs and you still want to eat them. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to stop oppressing animals, right? So if you would go to a restaurant and you would be buying eggs, it's a different scenario because all those chickens, when they no longer lay an egg every day, they get killed.
Yeah.
And it's all of this. Like, and for dairy cows, why do you think cows produce milk?
Oh,
To feed their
to
young.
feed their young. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think cow milk in general is very good for us either way. Even though
Yeah.
it's a source of calcium, I don't think it's great for us.
No,
it
it's
tastes
not.
awful.
It's not. Yeah.
We're not baby cows.
Yeah, exactly. We're not baby cows. Yeah, so cows have to be impregnated for that to happen.
Yeah.
They don't get pregnant when they want to. You know, they're forcefully impregnated, and the first thing that happens on their first day of life, they get separated from their mother so that they don't drink the milk, so that farmers can control how much milk they have. And yeah, if they're male, they get killed, and if they're female, every year forcefully impregnated like their mothers.
Yeah.
And when they can no longer be forcefully impregnated, they get killed. And that happens around the age of 6 to 8 because nobody was meant to be forcefully impregnated repeatedly. So they can live 24 or 25 years. So 25% of their lifespan, like, it's fucked up, right? That's what we do. Yeah, so the reason why I have these questions is because I want to see change from people. I want to see changes from you. So what do your values say? Is it okay to do any of this to animals?
Well, I feel like I've learned a lot.
Yeah, I've
But-
definitely learned a lot. What do you do?
Well,
Yeah,
like
besides interview people.
I'm normally a software engineer, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. So the reason, but I want to come back to animals. I'm sorry, because I'm here.
Yes, right.
It would be disingenuous for me. I'm here speaking on their behalf, right?
Yeah.
So, how many more animals should be exploited for you until you make a change?
I mean, I would rather it be done more ethically.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is there an ethical way of exploiting somebody?
I'm not sure there's an ethical way of exploiting somebody, but I think that their lives while they are alive can be made better in general, and they can be kept in, nicer environments and
Absolutely.
live
How old
free
are you?
lives. 21.
21.
21 as well.
This is the age of animals. You're 21. Do you think you would have reached 21 if you were an animal?
Would have reached 21? I don't know. Probably not. No.
No, you would have been killed by now.
No.
Is
but-
that fair to do to somebody?
I mean, not to a person, but I'm not sure.
Is it okay to do to an animal?
I'm not sure oppression is the right word to use for when eating animals anyway.
What do you think oppression means?
I don't know the exact definition, but it's like a higher class oppressing someone that they deem below them
So
or view as below them.
it's okay. I look up the definition. It means cruel or unjust treatment
Yeah.
or exercise of authority, right?
Over
The person you're oppressing or the individual that you're oppressing. But
person or individual.
individual, same thing. But like animals are still individuals, right? Just because they don't have personhoods. Like, do you have a pet?
Too.
Yeah. Would you call them a person or would you call them an object? What would you?
I wouldn't call them a person.
Why do you think that they don't have a personality?
Well, they're not a person.
Because when in your definition of person, they have to be human, right?
Yeah.
But if you eliminate that only part of person, right? The fact that if they're human or not, wouldn't you say that they're exactly as a person?
No.
No? What exactly is missing?
I wouldn't say they were exactly a person. They're a different species anyway, altogether.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
if you take aside the species, what exactly are they missing
I
to
don't
be a
know.
person?
I mean, their brain function is probably different. I assume the way their organs are kind of arranged inside them is different. Their
if-
anatomy is different.
So if you find a human being who has all of these
I don't know if
distinctions,
dogs.
would you not call them a
animals have
person?
soul? Do animals have a soul?
I don't know.
I don't think we have souls anyway, so it doesn't
I
really.
think we do.
Okay. Well, how would you define a soul then?
I don't know. I guess it's just what kind of gives us our zest, our zest.
The
for life.
subjective experience, right? That you have.
Yeah,
Animals have a subjective experience of the world.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. So that would imply that they have a soul also.
Yeah. I mean, I completely respect your stance, and I think it's
Yeah.
really cool that you're doing this and speaking to people, but I don't think.
So you
it's
think
gonna
you want to
change
continue
lives.
oppressing animals?
I wouldn't call it oppression, but I mean,
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. It is cruel and unjust, is it not?
Sure.
You think it's not cruel? What?
I think I've learned a lot. from
Forcefully
you, and
inseminating
I really
cows?
enjoyed talking to you, and I think we're gonna go now.
We do have a train to
Yeah,
catch.
we've gotta go.
But thank you
Yeah.
so much.
But thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
So a lot of animals should be exploited on your behalf.
Have a nice day.
I mean, I'd like to say the same, but I hope not. You never know. It's insane, huh? You never know who you're gonna be meeting. You never know how people will react to this, huh? You wanna talk to me? Yeah. Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
I'm more than okay with that.
What's your name?
I'm Oliver.
Oliver, nice to meet you. I'm Chip. Can you come a little bit closer so that you're in view? By the way, you're I stood in front. Yeah, there you go. So Oliver,
Yes.
did you? I suppose you heard part of the conversation, right?
It was a bit hard to eavesdrop, but I think it has something to do with animals.
Yeah. So it says if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation. Do you agree?
Well, not at all. I'm very opposed to it. If you're vegan, you're just one person. It doesn't change all the farmers or all the.
But you're still opposing animal exploitation if you're vegan. So if you're not vegan, you're not opposing it, right?
But
It's not whether it happens or not. The question is whether you're supporting it or not.
Oh,
Are you do you agree with the statement that if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation?
I mean, you can't just. It's a very bold statement to a very large part of society to.
Well, it's 100% logically true. Do you know why?
Yeah, because. You know,
Because being vegan literally means opposing animal exploitation.
if you're vegan, you're not buying meat, and
You're not supporting animal exploitation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not vegan, you are supporting animal exploitation. It's as easy as that. It's pretty logical.
Yeah, in the technical sense, I guess.
Say that again.
In a technical sense, I guess that's true. Yeah.
But also in the practical sense, it is true, right?
Yeah. In the if you're vegan, you're not buying meat, which
Yeah.
comes from animals
Yeah.
who are being exploited.
So, are you against animal exploitation? What do your values say? Is it okay to exploit animals?
As a my view is that it might be a little out there, but it's kind of the animals' goal. It's their purpose on this planet to be exploited, to be turned into food products.
So, if my parents say that my purpose is to be a slave, does that mean it's okay for me to be a slave? Does that mean I should be a slave?
No, because
So, external
still
purpose
do it.
doesn't really matter, huh? Is it because I'm a human, or is it because purpose that you give on to them doesn't really matter? It's the purpose that you get yourself, that you decide upon yourself.
it's because that those house-kept animals and the livestock, we kind of own them. The farmers own the animals, who then decide to do what they want. And what's the name for it in English? Like the animals have a good life, and then I don't think it's very wrong to slaughter them and turn
First
them
of all, they
into
don't have a good life. They don't. Like all this good life thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
Animals are raped.
Yeah.
How do you think animals are brought to existence?
Oh yeah, I've watched a video. Like
Yeah.
they're put like in small containers and turned out to make like ground beef or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like they don't have a good life. So even if they did, how is that morally justified to then kill them if they have a good life?
Well, what are you supposed to do with them after?
Well,
they
what
live?
is somebody supposed to do with you? Why did they
Cremate
have
me or something?
why are we supposed to do
Cremate
something to
me
them?
Or
No, but I
bury
mean,
me?
like, why are we supposed to? Why do they have to have a purpose? Do you think animals are for us, or do they think they're here with us?
That's honestly.
Like, how do you
Um,
see it? Do you see animals as a human being, as being here for humans, or do you see them as, they're just other animals on this planet?
I mean, in some places they're equal to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, in most places they're equal to us. But I think it's just our perception, what we choose to eat and what we choose to not eat. I mean, some places they don't eat rabbits or pork or something. I think it's just human perception to what we like and what we don't like.
So, is it moral to eat somebody when you can choose otherwise?
Ooh.
Like, is it moral to kill an animal and eat them when you can really choose something else?
I guess not.
I'm-
I guess
I'm-
not. It's
yeah.
not. It's not moral, but we kind of do it anyway.
I know we do. That's sad, but that's also why I bring it back to morals and values and all this stuff. Because if your values say that it's wrong to do so, why don't you choose to not participate in it?
It tastes good.
Is that a good enough reason to take the life of an animal because it tastes good?
I'm not in charge of taking the lives of the animals. I'm just a customer.
But you are paying for somebody to take their life. right?
Yeah.
Is it really that much different, you taking their life versus paying somebody to do it?
I can't really give a good enough answer that may satisfy you enough.
Well, tell me what you feel, how you feel.
Okay, I just feel like well, can I get the question again? Then I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Do you think there's a difference between you paying somebody to kill the animals or you killing the animals yourself? Do you think morally there's any difference?
No, really. I think actually, if you pay someone to kill an animal for you, that is less
Yeah.
morally correct than you killing the animal yourself.
I got away from. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's loud.
I heard that yesterday. No.
Yeah, it's very
hate it.
loud. Yeah, so I mean, I have these conversations with people because I want people to change, So
Yeah.
the reason
Change
why
their perception.
to change their
on
perception
the
and their
animal industry.
actions. Yeah, because whenever you buy an animal product, an innocent animal does get exploited and slaughtered for you, and you can choose, they cannot. And when you make that choice for that, and you buy that animal product, maybe not the product that animal is coming from, but the next animal will be exploited and slaughtered because you
Yeah.
bought it. You see what I mean? So it's I'm just trying to grasp, because if you think that it's wrong to do so, just don't do it. That's it. It's as easy as that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it really changed my perspective, I think. I mean, I was already quite knowledgeable about the animal industry and what it does and what's wrong about it, what's not
Yeah.
wrong about it. But I think you really give some very deep questions that really give me time to think about. I'm just waiting to what animal it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, obviously, you and I are different, and animals are somewhat different to us, but they're just like us in all the ways that matter. That's important.
Yeah,
They emote. They have emotions. They have feelings. They have a
eat.
subjective experience of the world. They eat,
They had the right to have a life and
Yeah.
survive.
and they also wanna love and have friends. Animals have all this. A lot of the times we disregard it and we think, oh, we're the only animal who has this. No,
But I think we just don't realize that because we can't actually connect with them. We can't speak to
Yeah.
them or learn much about them. We have to look at them from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
So that may just fool us into thinking
Exactly.
that they're like this.
and
not
not
important.
just this animal agriculture, these industries, they intentionally make misleading claims about them. They intentionally make ads where they show happy animals, just like, oh, look, buy from us, happy animals. far from
I
it.
mean, that's just how commercials are.
Yeah, but
Because I don't think the large general population want to admit that they don't care about animals. I mean, they say they do, but they don't really. They
Yeah.
just,
yeah, I mean, honestly, like the conversations that I have with people, there are a lot of people who don't care indeed, but most people actually care. Most people actually have an issue with it and have an issue with stopping because they don't know how or because it's a habit. But most people actually care about animals. It's just because they don't see it, because they don't see all the violence that's done to them. They don't see all of the oppression that's done to them. A lot of the times they end up forgetting about it and continuing participating in it. And but the sad reality is, even if you don't see it or don't know about it, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen for you.
yeah.
Let me just give you a card before you go, because do you have any questions for me? I'm vegan, by the way.
Yeah. No, I don't really have
So-
any questions. Yeah. That was just like the thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah, it's just a matter of perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let me tell you real quick on this side. If you scan this QR code, I urge you to watch the most important speech you'll ever hear, or Dominion. You'll enjoy them. Well, Dominion, it's a hard say to enjoy. It literally shows you what animal agriculture does. And the most important speech you'll ever hear, it's like a speech like kind of how we've been discussing now about
Yeah.
animals. And if you think it's interesting, that might be very interesting to you. You have my YouTube channel also there. And there's a thing there also called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free.
Okay then.
That's it.
So, thank you for that, I guess. I mean, thank you.
Yeah. I hope you make changes, not just think about it, because we need changes. And
I'll definitely watch the movies or the
Thank
videos
you.
or whatever.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it. What was your name again?
Oliver.
Oliver.
And
I'm
you're
Chip.
Chip.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Nice
you're-
to meet you, Oliver. ACDC, nice, love it.
Are you Dutch?
No, I'm originally from Romania.
Ah.
I live here. I
Ah.
speak some Dutch, but not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Danish.
You're
so-
Danish.
yeah.
Nice, nice. Cheers. Have a good one. Okay, everyone. It's been 1 hour and a half. Thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed the conversations. And we're now going to be doing the reverse, where we turn around the sign. And the sign says now, if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation. Let's see. Let's see how many people will go. Somebody said gay. Michael Hafferkamp said gay. So what? What's so bad about being gay, Michael? Are you a homophobe? What's your problem with gay people, huh? It's beautiful to be gay. Alexandra, nice sign. Yes, I will say it every single time because it's your sign and you did an excellent job at it. Do you agree with it? It is true, you know. This is the beautiful part, because you know what? Just sitting here, holding the sign, people will get to think about it. People will get to talk about it. That's kind of like a horizontal spread. I didn't see what the sign said, says Ali. Ali, it says if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation. Not you're gay, just gay. Either way, gay is nice. What's a problem? It's very beautiful to be gay. It's a beautiful thing. It really is, honestly. It's just as beautiful as being straight. It's the same thing. It's a sexual preference. Let people have sexual preferences, sexual inclinations. Just let people be who they want to be. What's your problem with that? Nothing wrong with it. Only right things with it. You agree with the sign? Do you agree with the sign? You're vegan. Nice. Your friend is not vegan though. She's exploiting animals. She was vegan. You agree with the sign? Is there a Discord server for this channel? Asks Daniel Hertz. I don't think so. I have not created one for sure. I didn't even know that it is needed. Yeah. I think if you, I generally interact in the chat with people. Sorry, in the comment section. But I also reply to messages on Instagram and stuff. Not always on time, like I will take sometimes to reply, but I do reply, yeah. Definitely not needed, says Olwali. Yeah, there you go. Every vegan I meet, I give a hug. Nice. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll do that. Do you agree with the sign? It is true, you know. Is it okay to exploit animals? Do you agree with the sign? Still here, supporting Chip and his right to speak his mind. Mike Geese. I'm not speaking much of my mind, really. I'm just speaking facts right now. If you are not vegan, you support needless animal exploitation. It is 100% true. You agree with the sign? Everyone should be able to say anything they want. True, everyone should be able to say anything they want. You agree? But I choose to spend my time saying things that are factually true. And if not, I want to be challenged and I want to change. And I want to say, I don't want to spew misinformation. I think misinformation is one of the worst things in the world. So please challenge me if you ever think that I'm misinforming you in any way. So yeah. And don't just say, well, because I read it somewhere or something. No, come up with empirical data, because otherwise it means nothing.
Which then means like increased design, also creating like
Try a burger and you won't be vegan anymore. Try a vegan burger and you won't crave animal products anymore. I would say that's a better statement. Why would I ever exploit an innocent cow, man? Why would I ever do that? That's horrible. Imagine thinking that animals deserve so little that you exploit them for something optional. Imagine thinking so little of them that you pay for somebody to sexually exploit them, to take their life. Oh, imagine that. That's insane to me. You agree with the sign? I can't read anything from the screen. The sun is in my eyes when I do that. What does sexual abuse have to do with the diet? Jason Archer, being vegan is not a diet. Being vegan literally means opposing animal exploitation, opposing needless animal exploitation. So if you're not vegan, you are supporting needless animal exploitation. What does sexual abuse have to do with it? Well, how do you think animals are bred into existence in animal agriculture? Do you think they have babies and it's all nice and cuddly? No, they're sexually exploited. They're sexually abused. Somebody is using their sexual organs to multiply them. How on earth is that something you're okay with? You guys agree with the sign? Do you agree with the sign? Jason Archer says, oh, okay, I forgot about that aspect. Yeah, a lot of the times we do forget, because you know why? These industries, as I said, they're fooling you. They're fooling me. They're making a fool out of you and of me. They're making a fool out of all of us. They're lying to us. They're not showing us the truth. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. I just literally am telling you the truth. All these industries lie to you so that you buy their products. They'll tell you whatever you need to hear so that you buy their products. They'll tell you animals are happy if you buy this label. Well, wait a minute, wait. Imagine even this alone, the stupidity of this, that if you buy this label, animals are treated nicely. So then wait, you can treat animals nicely. Why the fuck aren't you treating animals nicely in the first place then? Why would you only why would only some animals be treated nicely and others not? Why would we have to even have these labels? That's ridiculous in the first place. The existence of the labels that animals are treated nicer is proof alone that animals are not treated nicely. I want to connect with you to provide you some other strategies for your platform, says Daniel Hertz. Daniel Hertz, contact me on Instagram. Real Chip Guy is my handle. It's kind of like YouTube, but instead of that Chip Guy, it's Real Chip Guy. We probably wouldn't be here if our ancestors didn't eat meat. To eat and grow on. Who cares about that? We probably wouldn't be here if Attila the Hun wouldn't have raped and pillaged hundreds and thousands of villages. Does that mean raping and pillaging is okay because it helped us be at this point in time? No. There's plenty of things that happened in our history that were not ethical, and they got us to where we are. Does that mean that we should be doing those things again? Hell no, of course not. That's all I'm saying. Think for yourself a little bit. Those are not arguments that would make sense. Those are just arguments to think, well, that's why I should continue doing it. You're just trying to find arguments to feel good about your choices. Maybe you shouldn't feel good about those choices because maybe those are not good choices to begin with. Just saying. I'm telling you the truth. Not here to lie to you. Do you guys agree with the sign? If you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation. It is logically 100% true. See, there you go. Moonrise Studio says it well. Many of us wouldn't be here if our ancestors didn't take slaves. Does that mean slavery is okay? No. There were plenty of wars that have formed the world that it is today. Doesn't make war okay. Do you agree? You're vegan? Nice. Power. Here you go. If I showed this sign, more people say they're vegan. And it seems like the cool people, the people that look the most interesting are the vegans. It's so interesting to me that I see so many cool, interesting looking people and they say they're vegan. I'm like, okay, hell yeah, we got the nice ones and we got the nice people on our side. So many vegans today, says Alexandra. Yeah, I love it, exactly. And I don't know how many conversations we're going to continue having, by the way. I'm just going to give it 10 more minutes. If nobody comes, then that's it for today. I know it's shorter than usual. I normally do a 3 or 4 hour stream. But you know, as I said, I got to go back to work, everybody. I got to do my job, which is also, in a way, fighting for animals. Do you know about street epistemology? Asks Daniel Hertz. I have watched some videos about street epistemology, but yeah, not much. You can contact me if you want. Show me something. If you think I should do it differently, but of course I will be the judge whether I will choose to do it differently or not. I mean, there are various reasons why I choose to do activism the way I do. You agree with the sign? If you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation. Until he accounts for the children exploited, blah, 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 blah. Ugh. As if that morally justifies exploiting animals. Ugh. That's what it is. It's all just blah, blah, blah. It's all just nonsense. I don't even want to engage with that nonsense. You know it makes no sense and it has nothing to do with the exploiting innocent sentient animals. So what? What does that have to do with anything? Do you even know the difference between a system that inherently depends on exploitation and a system that contains exploitation? Do you even know that systems that contain exploitation can be improved and should be worked on? And the, what do you call it? The fault shouldn't be on the consumer to change those systems. You know why? Because those are systems that contain exploitation. Consumers cannot change systems, right? We already acknowledge that. What consumers can do is say which systems they accept or not. When a system contains exploitation somewhere down the line, whether you choose to accept it or not means something else. Like, let's take child labor, right? Obviously something horrific. When you will be buying, I don't know, certain products, whether that's phones, microphones, whatever it is that you're buying, and there's child labor down the line, if you choose to not buy that product, let's imagine everybody boycotts and doesn't buy that product anymore. Let's even assume the best case scenario. That factory will no longer accept child labor. But what will happen is that in that country, because that country accepts child labor will continue in another place. All those children would move to a different place. It will still happen. The exploitation would still happen. You as a consumer cannot really do much. You as a citizen of that country could protest. You as a citizen of this country could protest those conditions and try to make it change, sure. But when it comes to animal agriculture is a system that depends on exploitation. There is no way to improve animal agriculture in regards to exploiting animals. Animal agriculture will 100% always depend on exploiting at least one innocent animal. So what do we do as a consumers for that? Well, you as a consumer can reject it. And in the form of you rejecting it, that industry shrinks. If that industry shrinks, then less animals are exploited. It's as easy as that. There's a difference. You have to understand the difference. That's not to say that you should go around buying whatever system or supporting every system that contains exploitation. Hell no, you should be still making informed choices. But it's also a matter of choice, you know? Can I choose to not have a phone? No, I cannot choose to not have a phone, especially not in this country. You need a phone to register at the municipality, so you cannot choose to not have a phone. It's required, it's needed. Should you choose the best case? Do you agree with the sign? Should you choose the best case, the least oppressive phone? Yes, you 100% should. And that's also what I will do when I will change my phone. Because sadly, I wasn't thinking about this when I bought this current phone, which was way before I was vegan anyway. So yeah, veganism also opened my eyes towards this. I'm just saying, exploitation, oppression are things we need to change in this world. We need to fight against them in all the ways that we can. So if you can choose to not oppress innocent sentient beings, please choose so. It's as easy as that. I mean, my phone is what, 6 years old, something like that. It's a pretty old phone. 5 years old, I think. You agree with the sign?
If you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation.
It is true. Think for yourself, everyone. Just think for yourself. Don't just fall down the path. It is 100% true. Oh no, it's veganism. Somebody holding you accountable.
No.
Do you agree with the sign? It says if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation.
Alright, we'll pass.
You'll pass? So you're supporting needless animal exploitation? Yes, you are, because if you're not vegan, that's what you're doing. Christ says it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. Christ said, I'm sure your compassionate God said, you know what? If you could choose between slashing the throat of an innocent animal or not, I want you to be able to have the option. I want you to be able to kill my creatures, the creatures that I have given the capability to feel pain. I want you to inflict that pain on them for something that you don't actually need. I'm sure. Come on. Be honest with yourself. You know for a fact that that's not true. Whether Christ was vegan or not is a different thing, because he lived in a different era. But if Christ were to be living today, he would 100% sure. 100%, I'm 100% sure that he would be vegan. If he is as compassionate as you say, or as Christians say that he is the most compassionate being. How can you be the most compassionate being if you are choosing violence over non-violence? It's as simple as that, right? It's violent to put the knife to the throat of an animal. And if you don't need to do it, why would you ever choose violence? And how could you ever say that is compassionate to do? How could you ever say that that's the compassionate choice, the fair choice even? It's not. Jason Archer says you're confused. Why are you confused, Jason Archer? It's pretty simple. If you have options to not exploit an animal, why would you ever choose to? It's as easy as that. Okay, I'm just gonna put the sign down. Let's see if anybody comes and talks to us. And meanwhile, I'm gonna interact with you. And I don't know how longer I'm gonna be staying anymore. As I said, I gotta go back to work. And perhaps, you know what? As we're sitting here talking, let me show you something, dear non-vegans. Please explain to me how any of this is compassionate. Please tell me. Tell me how Jesus would do this for something that you don't actually need. Please explain to me how that this is the compassionate, fair choice for the animals. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hey. The real deal. I'm waiting for you. Tell me, how is this compassionate? I don't want to hold this for long. I don't like showing this to people. How is this compassionate to do this to animals? Please explain. Christ literally supported this as sacrifices to God. No, he didn't. That was the whole point of Christ. Jesus Christ, I'm not even Christian and I know better than you. Jesus fucking Christ. The whole point of Jesus Christ was that he came in the temple and that he rifled things around. He said you don't need, that's why there's a New Testament. In the New Testament he says you don't need any more animal sacrifices. That was his whole point. Temples were being used as sacrifices for animals so that they would sell the meat to everybody else. How is that fair? And he literally said you shouldn't be doing that. And you're telling me that that's a compassionate whale? Come on. Claiming that that's compassionate is insane to me. Claiming that the most compassionate person on earth, who you call the most compassionate person on earth, would do that to an innocent animal for something that they don't need, that is insane to think that. It's insane to me. You're either trying to really justify your position, you're really trying to grasp at straws. Hi, do you agree with the sign?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
If you're not vegan, you support needless animal exploitation?
I am vegan.
Ah, you are vegan?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, nice, nice. How long have you been vegan for?
Probably about 9 years.
9 years, hell yeah. Let me just give you a big high five, nice.
How's it going?
Okay, I've had some conversations with people. Some people want to change, some don't.
Really? Any open minds?
Some open-minded people, yeah,
good.
yeah. Why are you vegan?
Animal welfare is my first point, and then environmental, I guess, and
Well,
health.
animal welfare, do you mean like how well they're treated or that they're exploited?
How bad they're treated.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was number one. Maybe they want to.
You want to try? Yeah. Okay. Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
No problem.
What's your name?
Pierre.
Pierre, can you come a little bit closer here so that you're in view? Okay, so Pierre, tell me, how do you feel about oppression?
Oppression, man, we live in a society
Yeah.
that, a modern society that actually has a lot of
Oppression?
oppression, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
Sorry?
Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the
Yes? No,
powerless?
no way.
No.
No way.
What if they're physically superior?
I
Should
don't
they have
know.
that right?
No.
No.
I know, in my opinion, of course, the brain is a powerful tool, you know. Like, you have a strong body, but if you have actually,
Well, that's the next question. Do you think that if somebody is intellectually superior, should they have the right to oppress?
no,
No.
nobody has the right to oppress anyone.
Okay.
We live in a world that we have the same rights, you know.
Okay.
So
What if they don't realize that they're being oppressed?
I think people don't realize because I don't know. Maybe we are so used to live in a society that you know, you're running all the time. You don't feel oppressed, but you are oppressed by work, by time, by
Oppressed means cruel or unjust treatment or exercise of authority. I wouldn't call any of those oppression. I would call them maybe, I don't know, stretches of injustice.
Yeah.
But the reality is, when I talk about injustice or injustice, I mean like, I don't know, somebody disregarding your body autonomy. Would that be fair to do?
Okay. I don't know, man. Nowadays, I can't say precisely, you know, but I think it's in my opinion, is a kind of oppression if you have to work like excessive hours in a day, you know, or something like that. Or
Okay.
your boss is pressuring you, you know.
So let me ask you this: you go to work. Do you go into an office to work?
Yeah.
What if one day you go to work and your boss says, I hear you, you're not paid well enough, you feel oppressed, whatever, and here's what I'll do. You no longer have to go home. In fact, you can no longer go home. You have to stay at work. I'll give you an apartment. I'll give you food. Would that be oppressive to do to you?
If there's an agreement, I don't think so.
Well, you can no longer leave.
Yeah, it's a kind of oppressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could still interact with people there from time to time, and if you're not productive, they would kill you.
Yeah, it's totally oppressive.
Totally
Yeah.
oppressive. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that you might be participating in something along these lines?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't
No.
do that. No.
Do you think you might be doing this to animals?
No, no way. I love animals.
You love animals.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the animals that we usually don't think about too much, like the animals that we use for food, for clothing, for
Yeah,
entertainment?
this is hard. It's something that I would like to be not vegan but vegetarian. But it's hard. I know it's hard to change your
Why not
your
vegan?
culture. Yeah, vegan I guess is a little more complicated. Like don't eat cheese or eggs. It's some kind of exploitation, animal exploitation, but it's not like it's a kind of radical for me.
It's way worse for dairy cows, because why do you think cows produce milk in the first place?
Yeah, I know they took the milk from the I forget how to spell.
From the babies, yeah.
Yeah, the babies.
Yeah. And what do you think they do with the babies?
Yeah, sometimes they give ration and sometimes they kill to make vitella.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's complicated, but we live
Yeah.
in a world that I would like to change my behavior, to change my food ways, but it's hard. It's hard, but I don't like it.
Is it harder for you or for the animals that get exploited for you?
I think it's harder for the animals.
Yeah.
But
So-
absolutely, I would like to change, but it's hard. I came
Okay.
from a place that we have a culture in South Brazil. We have a culture that we call barbecue, churrasco, barbecue. So we eat a lot of meat, cow meat, and we raise it that way. It's hard to change.
But you can change. I understand it's hard to change the culture or everybody around you, but you can change.
Yeah, exactly. I
Right? You
think
can
it's-
choose
it
to not be
depends on
part of
me,
it.
Yeah, depends on
There's,
me.
you know how many animals you could be sparing this destiny of being exploited and killed if you go vegan?
No idea, man.
At least 100 per year.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of.
Yeah,
right?
it's an enormous number, right?
Even one animal is enough to me. Like it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And let me ask you, do you think, because you said you love animals, can you love animals and exploit them?
No way.
No.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I appreciate
man.
you being honest with me.
Okay.
So then you got to ask yourself, because going forward, me bringing this up to you would imply that you would either have to say that you don't love animals, that you're supporting their exploitation, or that you want to go vegan and not exploit any more animals. So
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but I would like to not even maybe start with kind of some kind of vegetarianism, but
vegetarians still kill and exploit the animals.
I
you
know, but
just
it
go
would be a
vegan,
start,
man.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
a start.
try,
It's
I'll
true.
try.
It's true. It's a start. But why not just go vegan altogether? I
I'll
feel
try.
like. How old are you, by the way?
I am 52.
52. Oh, you look great, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm wondering, because if you're 52, it's been 52, at least 5,200 animals
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
How many more should be exploited for you?
Yeah, it's hard, man.
How many more do you want to be exploited for you?
I don't want any more.
You gotta go vegan for
Yeah.
that.
Okay, thanks,
Okay,
man.
let me just give you some resources.
Okay,
What's your name
thanks.
again?
Pierre.
Pierre.
It's
Okay,
a
I'm
French
Chip.
name, but I'm Brazilian.
Yeah, it's interesting. I
Yeah,
thought you were
it's
French
interesting.
when you.
It's
Okay.
from my heritage.
Something you will want, if you scan this QR code,
Mhm.
there's a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan. All of it
Okay.
for free.
Great.
And I would urge you to watch either Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks
Promise
again,
me you'll
man.
watch one of these two. That's
Okay.
it. Just one of them. Okay.
Thanks again, man.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Have a good one. Bye. Oh wow! Look at that. We got a little bit of a card flyer fund. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, it helps indeed. Card and flyer fund. I actually have new cards now that I bought. I think I gave in total hundreds and hundreds of cards, and I ordered 200 new ones. So yeah. You could pay me and I wouldn't go vegan. So the real deal says you could pay me and I wouldn't stop exploiting animals. You could literally give me money and I would still want to exploit animals because I disregard animals so much. Yeah. Look at you. You want to try a social experiment? Hi.
You have a channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have a QR?
Yeah.
So I can take a look at it?
Sure. You wanna have a conversation with me first?
I don't really have too much time.
Ah, okay, that's okay.
I'm
You
on
have
a
you
tour
have it
right
here.
now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
See ya.
You wanna have a conversation with me?
What's it about, man?
I just ask you some questions, get you to think a little bit.
Okay.
Are you okay being live for my YouTube channel?
Yeah, no worries.
Can you come a little bit closer so that you're in view? What's your name?
Joffrey, man.
Jeffrey, nice to meet you. Where are you from, Jeffrey?
From
Chip.
here, man.
From here?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
nice, love it. Okay, so how do you feel about this statement? Should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
No.
If you're powerful, then you should like stand up for the powerless.
Exactly. What if the powerful have physical power over the powerless?
Still, man. Emotional intelligence is also a thing. So emotional strength should be more harvested and cherished nowadays, man. Yeah, man.
What if they have intellectual power over them?
Even then, how do you call it? In the areas where we lack, somebody else has. So we should share with one another to like lift each other up. Yeah. So yeah, man.
Exactly. What if they don't realize that they're oppressed? The powerless don't realize that they're oppressed.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's I notice that stuff like that happens because of how do you call it? It's almost like the grass is greener type of thing, type of thinking. You know, what I don't see, I don't know about.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you don't educate yourself, then you're never gonna learn nothing, man.
Okay, I appreciate you saying that.
Basically, you're trapping yourself in an echo chamber type of thinking, you know. So.
But let me ask you this: from the perspective of the powerful, do you
Yeah.
think it's wrong for them to oppress an individual because, like, is it okay for them to oppress an individual because the individual doesn't realize that they're oppressed?
No, even then it's wrong.
Even
because
then it's wrong.
I think, like, morally speaking, you would feel,
Exactly.
you know, like, hey, bro, what I'm doing right now ain't this
Okay.
ain't gonna fly.
Exactly.
If I would turn the situation around and I would be the one who's on the receiving end, I wouldn't like it. So
I
why
love
would I
it.
treat somebody else like that? You know?
I love it. Should we decide whether somebody should be oppressed or not based on the characteristics coming from their DNA, from their genes?
No,
like
no.
Skin color, clothing, skin color, hair color, anything like that?
No. The funny thing is I was just listening to Martin Luther King Jr., so
Yeah.
he's basically talking about that, yeah.
Oh, love it. Oh, awesome, man. Martin Luther King Jr. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you then, what about the animals? Do you think we're oppressing animals when we're using them for food, for clothing, and for entertainment?
For entertainment, I would say like that is a step too far. But
Yeah.
like for food, it's a way different a type of thinking, you know.
Why is it for food differently? Because we still have options, right?
Yeah. But our outside alternatives to let's say meat and stuff like that would have a larger how do you call it? Repercussion on stuff like nature. We have to fly in certain stuff.
Oh, no.
From all around the world.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. No.
We tend to not eat our food from our local flora and fauna. Let's say.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, imagine this. Even if you take an avocado, because that's usually the case.
Yeah.
Let's say
That's
even if you take an
exactly what I was
avocado
thinking about.
from the South America, it would still have a smaller footprint than a beef.
Oh, okay.
Because cows, we forget that cows, they have to be fed. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
usually, we grow a lot of crops for them to feed. In fact, most of the deforestation worldwide is because of animal agriculture. Because of crop
I didn't
agriculture.
know about that.
Yeah, that's okay. But like, what do you think about the animals? Because from the animal perspective, they are the ones who are the powerless. They don't realize that they're oppressed. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
power over them, and we're doing it for something that is optional to us. We get
But-
some benefit from
But
it.
do you think like we're imposing a human understanding on animals themselves?
Well, no, because I'm not saying that they still feel all of the things that we do to them.
Yeah, that by definition is imposing our thought.
No, it's not an
patterns
anthropogenic view because
on them, you know, like.
the reality is that all these animals are sentient. That means they're conscious. So
Yeah.
they're like us in all the ways that matter. That means that they have a subjective experience of the world. They want to have friends. They want to have. They feel love.
But that's like imposing.
No, that's what animals feel. This is
animal
science.
animal characteristics of our human characteristics on
No,
animals.
these are characteristics
Because you
that
have like there's a difference between instinct and nature itself. Yeah. So.
But how would you know? Like, how would you know that?
Yeah,
Wait, let me ask you this:
We evolved to
do you
question
choose
stuff,
to? Do you choose to love?
Yeah.
You choose?
Yeah.
It's not a feeling that you feel.
No. Love is an act. If I just feel love and I don't express it, it's nothing.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
But what I'm talking about is
know.
the feeling. Do you choose to have that feeling?
Yeah.
Do you choose whether you like somebody or not?
To a certain degree.
So do you choose whether you like men or women?
Yeah.
whether you like
You
them.
could consciously choose that. Like there is this, you have to like.
Are you bi?
No. Not
Well, if
at
you
all,
can
bro.
choose, then you're bi.
No. What I'm saying is, I just wanted to like interject that part. There is a choice, yeah, but the thing is, we can choose to deny what nature is already telling us. So no, I'm not bi at all, man.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But I'm not talking about the actions. I'm talking strictly about how you feel about them, right? Like, do you feel
Yeah.
sexually attracted to a man or a woman?
Ladies,
Ladies,
obviously.
okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
No, man.
Okay, so this isn't a choice that you're making to feel sexually attracted to them. It's an instinct.
Again, so
It's an instinct.
to a certain degree.
Well, it
because
is.
we're conscious enough. We're humans.
Well, all animals are also conscious. I don't know why you assume that they're not.
We're conscious enough to.
Animals are conscious enough.
Wait. We're conscious enough to circumvent by our intelligence the instinct that
So
we
wait,
have.
are you saying the cognitively impaired humans, the ones who are not intelligent enough, they don't feel any of it or they don't have any of these emotions?
No, but
So they still
that's-
have them. So that means
so
that
that's-
they're not coming from
But
intelligence.
ain't that a presupposition just by the position that you made that I never even said?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of these emotions,
Yeah.
they're coming from the fact that there's sentience. We call it sentience, the capability of having emotions and the subjective experience.
Yeah.
This is an emerging property of brains and
Yeah,
central
yeah,
nervous systems. We have it, animals have it. We have science showing that animals think just as much as us, that animals feel just as much as us. They don't feel the same as us, just like, but
that
wait, but
destroys
you
them-
don't feel the
but that
same as
des-
me.
But that destroys the
But you also
notion.
don't feel the same
But
as
we're
me.
We're the same species.
So who cares? Imagine racists say the same thing. We're the same race.
No, we're the same species.
So what's the difference between species and race? It's still a form of discrimination.
No, because like
Did you choose to be born that species?
There's only one human race, yeah.
No,
There's
there were multiple human races, species.
Okay.
Yeah, there was.
So,
there were Neanderthals. There were Denisovans. We are some Homo sapiens. Do you think that if somebody is
Do
a
you
different
think-
species, we can
do you
exploit
think
and slaughter
the,
them?
The still unfounded missing link is a valid point?
What I don't know what you mean about that.
Like between the steps that you're talking about, Neanderthals and stuff like that.
No,
they're-
these are
they're
different
supposed to be-
species of humans.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
but
they
there's
all
a-
existed at the same time.
Again, there's supposed to be a missing link between them and us, yeah, nowadays.
No, there isn't. Not between them and us.
Then go research, bro.
No, not between sapiens. We are Homo sapiens sapiens. There's no missing link between Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens. There's no missing link between. There's a missing link somewhere down the line between primates and humans.
Yeah.
And of course, the missing link, as we call it, is bullshit because there doesn't need to be a missing link. Regardless, I'm not here to talk evolution with you. I'm here to explain.
Yeah, you went there. Yeah. No,
I'm just trying to understand how do you think that exploiting somebody solely on the basis of something they didn't choose to be born. They didn't choose to be born. A cow doesn't choose to be born a cow. Yet if they're born a cow, you think that they deserve a knife to the throat.
Yeah, in a sense, because we for everything.
How is that fair?
For everything to live.
How is that
something-
fair?
For everything to have to live, something has to die. Yeah?
So I could do the same to you and say for everything
No,
to live,
because
you
we're-
have to die.
Because we're human again.
Doesn't
we
mean anything to
we
me.
as humans have the intelligence to circumvent the
So if I
instinct.
find
That's
the
instantly what I said.
So if I find the intellectually challenged human being who cannot do that, would it be okay?
No, because then again you would violate the moral.
So you strictly, so you're going against your own values by
No,
saying
no,
that
no,
the
no,
powerful should have the right. Because I ask you, but what about characteristic coming from the DNA? So let me ask you,
Yeah,
how much of
so-
your DNA do you think we're sharing with these animals?
Depend on which animal.
Cow, chicken, pig.
Pig is like 98%.
Okay, let's talk pigs then. So
But the
98%.
thing-
Do you think
but the
do you
thing
think
is,
we should be able to cut their throat for the 2%
wait,
difference?
The 1 point whatever percent, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we the same there? No.
We're the same in all the ways that matter. Why is it
But
wrong to harm a human? Let me ask you this: Why is it wrong to harm a human being?
By that.
Why is it wrong to harm a human being?
Because we're all created in the same image.
So wait, so if a human being looks different enough, it's okay to harm them?
No, what created in the same image means
Who created it?
God.
Oh, you're one of those. So okay, let's talk about God then. So
Yeah.
you're compassionate God, right? Is God compassionate to you?
Oh yeah.
So do you think that a compassionate God, a God who shows fairness and compassion, would rather you choose to kill an innocent animal and and exploit them?
Life is in
or
the-
let me
is
finish.
life in
Let
the
me
blood?
finish or not?
Is life in
What
the
would
blood?
God rather want you to do? Would
Is-
would God rather want you to put a knife to the throat of an animal or not?
Is life in the blood or not?
Sure.
So then how?
Which one? Do you think God wants you to do this?
This doesn't do anything for me.
No,
bro.
but you say God wants you to do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
God wants you to put this.
he wants-
God, a compassionate God says put a knife
he
to the
wants
throat.
you to. I never. You interjected compassionate and all those stuff.
Oh, so God is not compassionate.
I
to you.
didn't say that.
Oh, so your God is
So-
not compassionate? Tell me.
Like, do you know what the strawman argument is?
Tell me. Yes, I know, but is your
That's
is your
literally-
God compassionate or not?
Literally what you're doing.
Is your God compassionate or not?
Yeah, but compassion doesn't necessarily mean that you're like devoid of harmful things happening.
No, if you choose- what if you choose for harmful things to
did,
happen?
Did you listen? The
I choose. I listen,
the
but
creation itself is.
But there's a
fallen.
difference. You
Is-
seem to
is this
forget.
God- is this
There's
God
a difference
doing,
that
or
you
is
seem
this
to.
human being doing.
Well, this is you paying for it. This is you doing it. This isn't human beings or God. This is you paying for this.
Skin tone on the picture
Yeah.
is kind of white.
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
I'm not white. So
No,
I
but you
ain't
pay
doing-
somebody to do
I
it.
ain't doing nothing.
You're paying
man.
somebody to do it.
So that's kind of weird.
You're paying
man.
somebody
Like,
to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that 200 years ago, with your
Why
skin
would-
color, you would have been enslaved?
No, man.
Would it be okay for somebody
did
to do that based on your skin color?
Did you know that in the 10th century that
Yeah.
slavery was already
And then it came
abolished?
back.
And why did it come back?
Because of people like you who think
No,
it's
no,
okay
no,
to exploit
because-
somebody solely on the
because in
basis
the-
of their genes.
No, because in the 1600s the
Yeah.
Enlightenment movement came, and the Enlightenment movement was an atheist.
Well, I'm part of the Enlightenment movement, and you're part of the people who saying it's okay to oppress somebody on the basis that they're born a different species than you. Just like they said, "Whoa, these people are born a different race than me.
No,
we
you
should
know what
kill
the-
them.
you know
Oh,
what the
these
funny thing
individuals
is?
are born a different species. We should kill them."
You're talking to a Christian.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is like.
I don't think you're even that Christian, because again, you keep saying that this is compassionate, and I ask you, is your God compassionate?
Yeah, God is compassionate.
Okay, so then, so your God would rather you do this,
So
or
he's slow to become angry.
okay,
as
so
well.
so would your God rather you do this or not?
So he allows people.
Does your
who
God
are-
say you
who are
want-
go- who are gonna go the opposite direction? He gives them, how do you call it, a grace.
So does your
so
God
they can
say
so they
it's
can
okay to do this
so
to
they
them?
can so they can come to a point where they, how do you call it, come back to him. So they stop doing stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah,
does
so-
your God say it's
That-
okay to
that's
choose
what
this?
hearing out the whole argument is about.
Let me ask you. So your compassionate God says that it's okay to do this to animals when you have the choice to not do it.
I didn't say that, bro. So
I'm asking you. You
That's
didn't say
really-
that. I'm
that's
asking you.
really
I'm
weird.
asking you a question. Does
Yeah,
your
yeah.
compassionate God say it's okay to do this to animals when you have the choice not to?
No, it's not okay if to
So then
harm-
why the fuck are you doing
it's
it?
Not wait. What the heck is wrong with you, man? It's not okay to harm, yeah, opposed to just killing willy nilly. But if you're doing
This
it,
is killing willy-nilly because you have other choices.
hey, bro, are they just?
Do you have other choices?
Bro, are they killing just because they want to kill? Or
They're
they-
killing for money.
Do they want food?
They're killing for money, not for food.
Oh, okay.
You're paying
That's
it. They're
kinda
killing because
weird,
you're
man.
paying it. And you're not doing it for food. You're not doing it for nutrition, are
No,
you?
no, no, no.
Can you get nutrition from plants? So why are you doing this
Yeah,
to them?
Sure, man, but
You're doing it because of greed, aren't you? You're doing it because of what was the original sin? Lust, right?
no pride.
No pride. What is it? Oh, gluttony. Gluttony it is.
No
You're
pride.
doing it because you wanna eat somebody's flesh. Look at that. Because
That's
if you
really-
don't eat
that's
somebody's
really-
flesh, you don't feel good about it, huh?
The,
you have
the
to
original
eat somebody's
sin.
flesh.
The original sin is pride.
No, I'm just saying one of the sins, one of the seven sins,
you're
right?
Just playing it right now because
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
every time I try to speak about something, you're interjecting. That's a prideful
Yeah,
position
because you're
in
saying
itself.
nonsense. That's why.
Oh, okay. You're just trying to get a rise out of it for you.
No. Oh, I had so many decent conversations with people who actually respect animals today. You're not
Oh,
one of those
okay,
people
okay.
who respect animals, sadly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you think it's okay to exploit them because your God says somehow that this is compassionate, right?
I didn't even say that, man.
No. So if it's not compassionate,
Hey,
then why would you
like,
choose to do so?
Why
Why are you choosing?
Rewind your.
Why are you choosing this? Why are you choosing this if this is not compassionate? Do you think your God wants you to do this?
I'm choosing God. I'm not choosing any sheep that's being slaughtered. What are you
No.
even
When
talking
when you're
about,
buying
bro?
animal products, what are you doing?
Bro?
What happens to the animals
weird,
when you
man.
buy animal products?
Stuff dies.
They're
But
no,
life
no,
is
they
in
don't die. They
life
get
is in-
killed. There's a difference. Animals don't die. They get killed. There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
They get
Again,
killed because you pay them.
Kill, died, murder. Murder is actually a different word. Yeah.
I used killing. I said they get killed.
Yeah,
Do you
kill
think-
is the same. Is equivalent to dying. Murder is
No,
not
killing is not the same as dying. Killing implies that somebody's taking their life.
That's
dying
murder.
implies that they're dying
That's
on their
murder,
own.
bro.
Okay, they're murdered then. I'll use they're murdered.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
these
kinda
animals are
weird, man.
murdered. Is
Yeah.
that okay to murder an animal?
No, because God. That's why I literally specifically stated the on murder thing. God says it is okay. It's not okay to murder, not to kill.
So then why do you pay for animals to be murdered?
I don't pay for animals to be murdered.
Are you eating their flesh?
I pay for animals to be killed to nourish us. That's way different than what you're saying.
Yeah, sure. You're just trying to use a phrasing that works for you.
No,
Oh,
no,
do you
no,
think these
you're-
animals want to be
you're
killed?
phrasing it
I
in a way
literally
that
said
you
killed.
want.
These
You're
are-
phrasing it
Wait,
in a
are you?
way
Do
that
you
you
think in
want.
animal
That's
agriculture
so
animals?
weird.
Do you think in animal agriculture animals just die on their own?
They don't kill each other, no?
Do you think they die on their own?
Do animals kill each other?
Do animals in
Do
animal
animals
agriculture
kill
die
each
on
other?
their own?
Because then, and if we're gonna use your paradigm, then by your paradigm, then a lion killing a sheep is wrong in itself.
It is wrong, yeah.
Whoa. So
Yeah.
how would a lion even?
I'm
like,
having trouble.
sustain
Wait.
itself, you
Let me
know?
just put it this way. I'm having
We-
trouble.
we
I'm
also
having
have-
trouble
we also-
speaking to you
wait,
and
wait,
explaining
we also-
to you
we-
that
we
killing
also-
animals
we-
is
we
wrong.
al-
Do you
we
think I
al-
could explain it to a lion?
We also have omnivores, yeah.
Do you know what other thing
omnivores
lions do?
We also have omnivores that don't necessarily have to eat meat, yeah. But
Yeah.
still, they sometimes choose to eat
Yeah,
meat,
yeah.
sometimes eat fruit.
Yeah.
So then, by your definition, then, as soon as an omnivore would eat meat,
Yeah.
then you would like.
They're doing something wrong, yeah.
Okay.
But do they know right from wrong?
Then, by your standard, yes, they do.
Animals know for right from wrong?
Yeah.
No, they're not moral agents. They're moral patients.
Oh, okay, but now you're changing the now you're changing the paradigm.
I never changed the paradigm.
Yeah, but if it's like the moral standard determines if you can like oppress.
Oh, do you think you can? Wait, so you think you can oppress? Wait,
no,
can
you framed it like that.
Let me
not
ask you: do you think you can
Like, what
oppress
are you
moral
talking about?
patients?
That's literally what your position is.
No,
Should the
I'm
powerful have the right to
also.
oppress the powerless.
Yeah, so I'm saying they shouldn't.
So if we're the same on every standard, yeah, but now you're changing that they don't have morals the same as the human have, then you're changing it, not me.
How am I
bro.
changing it? Do you think it's okay to
Like,
oppress
what?
somebody if they don't have morals?
That's what?
Do you think it's
Do
okay
you
to
think
oppress
peop-
somebody if they don't
do you
have
think
morals?
peer-
Can you answer my question?
Do you think
it's okay to
do you
oppress
think people
somebody?
have morals?
Oh, fuck off! I don't need this. Just fuck off! I don't need this. If you're not gonna answer my question, leave me alone. I don't want to have a
you
conversation
know what?
with you.
You know what the funny
yeah.
thing is?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that you
if-
keep oppressing animals. Yeah, I know that.
Cry me a river, man.
Oh.
But you know what?
Yeah, cry me a river. Say
know-
that when you would imagine saying that to somebody who was enslaved. Oh, cry me a river. I'm in a position where I have power. I can choose otherwise. Come on,
the funny thing
that's
is
the compassionate
my
way. Cry me a river. Look at that. Cry me a river.
My religion
Yeah, your
literally,
religion.
calls-
Cry me a river. Look at that.
Do you
Cry
know
me a
who-
river.
Do you know who William Wilberforce is, bro?
I don't care. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
He's an abolitionist and he was a Christian. So
I'm waiting for you to leave. I'm waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, go cry, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to leave.
weird,
I'm
man.
waiting for you to leave.
Bye bye.
Bye, animal exploiter.
Wait, can I
No.
wave to the
No.
to the live stream?
Nope. I'm waiting for you to leave. Yeah. Yeah. Keep exploiting animals.
Hey, wait.
No.
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 Do you know where the Jehovah Witness people?
I don't know.
Were standing here?
No clue. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You can talk to somebody else. Ugh. Yeah. Spoken like a true oppressor. Yeah, cry me a river, said the murderer. Exactly. It's insane. But he was pretty stupid. I just didn't want to continue speaking to stupid people. There's people who actually have arguments. This person was pretty stupid. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care. I honestly do not really care about calling people stupid if they are stupid. They are stupid. Yeah. Oh, Giancarlo says you had no argument. Giancarlo, it's pretty simple. If you can choose to not exploit innocent animals, why would you choose to do so? Please, explain. And explain exactly how I lost the argument. It's pretty easy. Explain how. If you can't explain how, you're saying I lost means nothing. It's the same as saying that that Trump won the elections in 2020 or some bullshit like that. It means nothing. Okay, so nobody has an argument. Anyway. Anyway. I don't care. I don't care who won or lost. You know who lost? You know people in the chat who lost? It wasn't me who lost. It's the animals who lost. They lost. Innocent animals who are exploited and killed. Just because you have a will. Because, oh, no, I cannot live without putting somebody's meat in my mouth. Oh, no, I cannot live without having somebody's flesh in my mouth. Come on. Be real. The animals are the ones who lost, not me. Ugh. Show some goddamn compassion. To all these people with they're being Christian or bullshit like that. Oh, I'm Christian. Oh yeah, great. You're using your religion to oppress others. Ugh, come on. Really, is really compassion or fairness part of the religion that you? Again, you say you're Christian, and the reason why I even went into the whole God argument was because he said, well, God made them in that image because of it. What a bullshit argument. It's so funny that some people here are like, oh, you lost. I don't care. Again, as I say, I don't care. I don't care. The reality is, you know why? Veganism is the moral position to have, whether you choose to believe it or not. It's pretty easy. And yeah, there will be people who have zero arguments or are going to go all over the place. That's going to happen always. It doesn't mean anything. I don't care about winning or losing because I'm here to defend animals. I'm not here to win arguments. I don't care about that. It's as easy as that. Yeah, sadly the animals are losing. That's the truth. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we are the same. Explain to me, how is forcing innocent sentient being into slaughterhouses okay? It's not about believing that veganism is the moral position to have, it's about understanding it. Yeah, I agree with you, Alexandra. It's also about having it, not just understanding it, right? But at the end of the day, even if you understand, like there's a lot of people who agree with veganism, it doesn't mean that they agreeing with it is enough, right? They should still do it. They should still be vegan. Do you complain when a shark eats a fish? Does that give you moral justification to do the same? Do you think that if a shark does something, it's moral justification for you to do the same thing because a shark does it? All of a sudden, you can think we're animals and you can use animals as an example to do what you want. But the minute I bring up that we're exactly like animals, you can use it as justification to not do so? Come on. I don't care what you guys think if you think I won or lost again. It's not about me winning or losing. You seem to forget that. Some of you keep coming to this stream. Well, sorry, keep coming. Please come back if you keep coming to the stream. But please understand the reason why we're on this stream is because we're trying to defend animals. We're not here to show superiority or some kind of... This isn't a show where we're trying to, oh, look at that, my argument is right, your argument is wrong. It's not. No, we're here to defend animals. That's all we're here to do. It's as easy as that. And if you feel like you want to debate me, seeing as most of you think that I lost so badly, right? And this, if you want to debate me, just contact me on Instagram and let's debate. I have no problem. Oh, by the way, I should go actually. Yeah, contact me on Instagram, real chip guy. I will 100% debate all of you. And when we debate live, I can actually mute you and ask you to answer the questions that I need you to answer. Non-vegan debate logic throws over checkerboard. I won. Yeah, thank you, Rene. Doesn't matter either way. We have had some good conversations today, and we have also had one pretty bad conversation, but that's okay. None of it matters, right? Because we're here to defend animals, and that's what we did today. We defended animals. What I want to say thank you for everybody who donated. Thank you for all the people in the chat who are speaking to all of the other non-vegans. Oh, I see somebody will debate me. Jackson Doe, you'll debate me? Jackson Doe, contact me right now in Instagram. I'll go home and we can schedule a debate later today even. Come on, do it. It's pretty easy. I'll give you a link and we can start the debate. The Real Dio screen recorded it. Thank you, The Real Dio. Thank you for screen recording it. Come on. Jackson Doe, contact me on Instagram. I can't find you afterwards. I won't find you afterwards. So if you want to debate me, you have to contact me on Instagram. No, not you will. No, not I got you. I will. Contact me right now. You clearly say you want to debate me. Contact me right now. Doesn't mean we'll debate right now. Contact me right now.
Hi.
Hi.
Here is, I'm doing a such experiment. Come talk to me.
You okay being live for my YouTube channel?
I'm sorry, I am not too good at English.
Oh, that's okay. Let me just ask you real quick. How do you feel about animals?
They're cute. They're, yeah.
Do you agree with the sign that says if you're not vegan, you're supporting needless animal exploitation?
Okay, that's a hard question. Let me think.
If you want, I can clarify something.
I'm not.
Snap je het nou aan?
Ja, ik snap het wel. Hij vraagt toch, denk je dat als je...
Als je vegan bent, dan als je niet vegan bent, dan buit je dieren uit.
I don't think so, because they eat animals too. Because if you got like if we eat animals, but they eat food too, so we just need it.
We don't need animal products.
No, that's true, but I don't think we support.
Needless animal exploitation?
Yes.
So if it's not needed, we already know that it's not needed, right? Do you think that behind any animal product there isn't animal exploitation?
Wat zegt hij? Wat zei hij? Ik hoorde hem.
Ik hoorde dat niet.
Can you say again?
Yeah, sure. So do you think behind any animal product there is animal exploitation?
Elk dierlijk product dat een exploitation uitbuiting is.
I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's a hard question.
So exploitation literally means using somebody against their will or for whatever it is that you need. Aren't animals used against their will in animal agriculture?
I don't know. If they've got a good life, are they used? Or are they just...
So if they got a good life, does that give us the right to exploit them?
No, I don't think so. But it makes it a little bit less worse, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well put. So then it's true, because if you're not vegan, you are supporting needless because we don't need it. Animal exploitation. You are supporting animal exploitation.
Yes, but it's not the way I want to think about it, because it's just cruel.
Well, you don't want to think about it this way, but it is cruel, and those animals do think it's cruel. Yeah. Do you think from their position, like them being forcefully impregnated, having their babies taken from them, or being killed for something that we don't need, is that not cruel to do this to them?
I think that's pretty cruel. But yeah, I don't want to think about it because I'm not vegan too. So yeah, I just love to eat it, so I don't want to think about it because it's too.
Would you
yeah.
eat dogs?
That feels weird, but if I don't got anything else, I would eat it.
Well, no. In the current scenario where you have other alternatives, where you can choose plant-based, would you eat dogs?
No, I don't think so.
So what exactly is the difference between a dog and a cow that justifies the difference in treatment?
No, I wouldn't eat it because I never eat it, and I don't think I would like it. Not because.
That's why you wouldn't eat a dog, because you wouldn't like it?
Yeah, I think
What about a cat? Would you eat a cat?
maybe.
What about a human?
No, I would never do that
Why?
because it's illegal.
So let's assume it's not illegal.
No, I won't eat it
Why not?
because, yeah, I won't eat my.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's. I can't explain in English
Why is it creepy though?
because it's just you eating someone. Maybe you ever seen in your life someone you could talk to somebody. But
Let's say they can't
not
talk. They're intellectually challenged, so they can't really talk or something.
Yeah,
Would
but
it be okay to kill them and eat them?
No, it wouldn't.
Why not?
Because it's not. Yeah.
Is it just because they were born human?
I think so.
What if so you think that so they didn't choose to be born human? A cow didn't choose to be born a cow. Do you think it's fair to take their life on the premise of something that they're born with, not something they chose?
Could be a trick question.
No, I don't think it's fair.
No.
No.
So then, if it's not fair, don't you think it's unfair to do this to them, to do this to animals?
I think it's unfair, but I do want to eat it. So
So if I want to eat a human being, should I consider the human being, or should I just only consider what I want to do?
Ja, dus
wat zei die?
of je het alleen maar, of dat het, omdat je het wil, is dat een goed argument? Dat is eigenlijk de vraag. Ja.
Hard question. I don't think so. But with animals, it's else because I don't want to eat a human, but I want to eat an animal, and
Humans are also animals.
that's true.
So
Oh, it's so hard to explain in English. Yeah.
Wat wil je zeggen?
I don't know. Ik weet het niet.
I think you have a really good point, but
Yeah.
the point
Yeah.
is, well,
What
yeah,
are
just
everything what you are saying is true, and it is cruel. It is unfair, and yes, we want it, and that's why we kill them. But that's not why I wouldn't. Yeah, it's enough reason to do not eat it, but I do.
Well, let me ask you this. Look, and I won't keep you for too long. So, why is it wrong to hurt a human being? To harm them?
I think they have right to live a life that's happy.
Because they would feel it, right? Because
Yeah.
they would feel they would feel the consequences of you harming them.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be the same case? Why is it wrong to harm an animal? Because they would feel the consequences of you harming them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's from their perspective. It doesn't really matter what species they're born in, as long as you're choosing for them to be exploited and killed for you. They just don't want that to happen to them, just like a human being wouldn't want that to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. So then you gotta ask yourself, well, does you liking it really mean more than them losing their whole life?
that's a good thing to think about.
I don't.
Zullen we even verder lopen?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me give you a card before you go. Just watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. It's okay. It's also, I think, kids safe, so it's pretty good. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name? Oh.
Noah.
Noah. Nice to meet you, Noah. Like, think about it this way, because it's, you know, animals are just like us in all the ways that matter. They deserve also, as you said, life, and they want to be happy. They want to feel love also, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
you.
Have a
Have a
good
good
one.
day.
You too. Yeah. Okay, everybody. That's it. I'm done. I gotta go to work. I hope I have been contacted on Instagram for a debate. They are younger than this child when they go to slaughter. Exactly, they are. And that's also essentially the thing, you know. Like, of course, I'll get fired up when ridiculous people use the most ridiculous excuses to choose to exploit innocent animals. You know, I'll have perfectly normal, beautiful conversations with people, and as you saw, right, we ask, we do whatever we want, whatever we can to get people to understand the argument, the perspective. But wait, could you do streams sometimes where you just debate your meat-eating viewers on Instagram? I really want to debate people, but people don't contact me. All of these people who have come to the stream who says, oh, I'll debate you, or you lost, or easily, or have all these arguments against me, but they never ever contact me. Never. None of them. No people has contacted me so far to try and debate me live. Nobody. So contact me, and yeah, we'll debate. I have no problem with it, debating. So yeah. But as I'm saying, it's pretty. The vegan argument is pretty easy. You have alternatives. Choosing to exploit and slaughter innocent animals for something that you don't need is wrong, because we are animals. They are just like us in all the ways that matter. They are sentient. They are conscious. You thinking that I don't know. You disregarding their sentience or their individuality doesn't mean that they're not individuals. You not regarding their personalities, you not thinking they are exactly like persons, they are exactly like however you would describe a soul or a person or whatever, doesn't mean they don't have any of it. They still have a subjective experience of the world. They still they still have a will. They choose what they want to do, you know? Well, not in animal agriculture because they're forced in the situations that they are. But they can. So that's all that matters. The real deal, we understand your veganism, we reject it, and you put a cross and the flesh of an innocent sentient being. Wow, that is insane to me. This whole thing of thinking that you're compassionate or fair as a person who's religious, who follows somebody else who's compassionate and fair, that's insane to me, to think that you're being compassionate and fair when you're choosing for an innocent animal to be exploited for you. That is insane to me. And yeah, please, yeah, like obviously it's been normalized. I acknowledge that society makes it seem normal, but think about it really. Is it really normal to do so? Like, is it really not normal? Because normal still, again, means everybody does it, but is it still really something that should be normal? Should it really be normal to cut the throat of an innocent animal, to exploit them, to use them however you want to use them? And if you think, let me ask you this, if you think it's okay to do this to an animal, can you really do anything you want to an animal as long as you get some form of benefit from it? Really? Is that what you think? And which animal is that then? Why is it there that we distinguish between animals? Why would it be different for cows, chickens, pigs than it would be different for dogs, cats, or humans? Like, literally, that's the whole point. You gotta think a little bit for yourself, not just accept that you've been told, well, dogs are our pets, they are our companions, they deserve this. Cows are our this. You know, it doesn't matter what label you place on them. It doesn't matter what purpose you place on them. What matters is their experience, what they want to do, because that's essentially what matters in any choices that you make. You know, you cannot call somebody your wife unless they also choose for them to be your wife. If you call somebody your wife and because they're intellectually challenged or something, or I don't even know, like, how you could force them or give them the purpose of them being something to you, doesn't mean anything specifically to you, right? Like, you shouldn't be able to do that to anyone. My arguments are kind of dumb right now. That wasn't a very good argument. But either way, my point is that purpose doesn't really matter. The purpose that you give to them, just like if somebody would give you purpose, somebody would have power over you and they give you purpose, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. It just, you know, that's not the world we want to live in. None of you people who think, well, it's okay to do this, all of you are being disingenuous, because if you were in their shoes, if somebody would have power over you and they would assign whatever purpose they wanted to you and your life, how fair would it be for them to do whatever the purpose they assign to you? Whether that is you being brought into existence for the sole purpose of being slaughtered, or whether that it's being brought into existence for the sole purpose of being used as an object for whatever it is that they want to do. How is any of that fair? Come on, think from that perspective a little bit. You keep, it doesn't matter what species, what race, what any of it the individual is just unfair to do this to them because they have a subjective experience of the world, because there's somebody there behind those eyes. There's an individual who does not want any of this happen to them. That's pretty easy. And Jason Archer says things are not fair. Where there's a difference. It's not that things are not fair, it's that you are making things unfair. You can't say things are not fair when you are literally the one making things unfair. Okay? It's not. You are the one paying for this. You are the one who is supporting, not supporting, because supporting isn't enough. Supporting kind of feels like, well, it's happening and you're giving them money. No. You are the one who is lifting them. You are the ones who are making this happen. If you're paying for animals to be exploited, then you are the reason why animals are exploited. You are one of the reasons why animals are exploited. It's as simple as that. And if you think it's unfair, then you are the reason why it's unfair. If you think the world is unfair or messed up, well, you might be the reason why the world is unfair or messed up. Can you just think for yourself and make different choices? That's all I'm trying to say. Jason Archer says, I process my own food. Look at that, Jason Archer. You can't even call it for what it is. Process my own food. Really? You can't really speak, you can't really call it what it is? You exploit and slaughter innocent animals? You really can't call it what it is? Process. Use a different word to feel better about your choices. Say it what it is. You take the life of an innocent animal for something that you don't need. You take their life because you get some benefit from it. You're no better than anybody else who would do that, who would literally take a dog, grab them by their feet and punch them to death to get exercise. You're literally doing exactly the same thing. It's optional to you. That's it. Think a little bit. Don't just... Ugh. But yeah, alas, my time here is done. Thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, I don't think the same argument applies if you're hunting your own food. It definitely does. It definitely does. You still have other choices. It's as simple as that. Always. It's always about choice. You gotta admit it. It's always fucked up. The fact that you have a choice to not exploit or slaughter an innocent being, or do both, or whatever, and you choose to do so. That is fucked up regardless. No matter how you speak, how you think about it, it is pretty bad, but especially from their perspective. And the only reason why you do it is because you get some form of benefit from it, and because you can. Now, apply that logic to any other injustice in this world. You get some benefit from it, and because you can, and apply it to doing what all sorts of the most horrific things on the planet have been done for the same reasons, because of benefit and because of power. Really, how is it that your values say that it's okay to do this? Come on, just think of it. Be an honest, fair person. That's all I'm saying. Come on, don't be that. Don't be those people. But anyway, I am here and I will be gone. Thank you for being here. I wanted to say thank you for everybody who put money in the money jar. How I love how Sky says it. Thank you for supporting me in my work. I will be back either tomorrow or Thursday. I will definitely. I think this week will be a week where we'll do maybe 4 times outreach. At least 4 times actually. So maybe even more than that. Let's hope so. We'll see. It depends on also because again I gotta work. Thank you for everybody who has been having conversations in the chat. Thank you for all the people who've been tuning in. I hope you're subscribing because I go live and have these conversations. Sometimes they're a little bit heated. I like to let myself at least once per day when I go and do these conversations to get heated. Because I don't know, I feel like some of the people that choose to not understand all of this argument, well, I don't know if they choose to not understand it, that they're being disingenuous about it or something like that. I don't know. I kind of don't want that to be allowed. You know, I don't think it's okay that we allow. I don't think it's okay that we allow people to just call animals to call them inferior. I don't think it's okay to allow people to talk about animals as if they're objects, right? They're not. They're not. So yeah. So I'll do my best to be, you know, calm and collected and logical. But if somebody triggers me or something, I will try to tell them the truth and yeah, go into it with them. So I don't know if you're enjoying that or not, but you can let me know in the comments. I'll read them. Yeah. So subscribe, hit that like. See you next time, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Go vegan. No more excuses, okay? Just go vegan. You have several resources. By the way, there's a 3-minute video in the description. And in that 3-minute video, you can see what animals go through. Watch that. Don't just watch that. See it. It takes 3 minutes out of your time, okay? Other than that, that's it. And if you choose that you don't want to be part of it, Challenge 22 is also there, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. I don't know, again, tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know exactly when, but yeah. And debate me. If you want to debate me, please. If you want to debate me, I will end the stream right now. If you want to debate me, drop a comment, and I'll find you. Or if you want to debate me, find me on Instagram, Real Chip Guy, and I will also debate you, okay? I have no problem debating anyone. Just contact me, okay? Jason Archer says, I'd love to debate you. Jason Archer, I hope you contacted me on Instagram. I've been saying it on and often. Okay, bye everyone.